Let's do our refresh for the Twitchies. So Twitch and YouTube should be up and running. We love that. Ignore the hair. It's gonna, we're gonna get we're getting the curling wand heated up. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Welcome in, welcome in. We have dropped it down, y'all. We have dropped down to number 95 last I checked. So we gotta get going. Tomorrow's the last day of the first round. Mm. No glitter. Dog's here. That's so exciting. Right. I don't know what this is. Is it not? It's really not gonna let me reset. Okay, we have only 2 shares, and one of those was me. I don't want to have to scold anybody, but I will. Hi, Chris and Joy over on YouTube. Got the curling iron heating up. About to curl, curl, curl. We do have 2 new stickers. We have 2 new stickers. I don't even think anybody noticed. Let's, we're gonna activate our bonus time for the next 2 hours. We get double everything. And the Community Fest gifts are already double. So you get 4 times the gifts. So we need to get back to where we were yesterday so that tomorrow we don't have to like get too crazy. I'm hoping I don't have to be live all day tomorrow, but I know there's gonna be snipers at the end like there was last time, but we just have to stay in the top 100. Easy, easy. Now, I don't know why they put me in the gold category. They should have put me like in the L category so we could have a better chance, but your hair is so damaged. Are you a dumb bitch? Methinks you are. Methinks you are a dumb bitch. I haven't styled my hair yet, y'all. This is just a rough blow dry. Also, yes, your hair does get damaged when you bleach it. So, way to identify yourself. Yes, it is damaged because to bleach your hair, you have to damage it. Sorry, y'all, I'm a little spicy today. Yeah, okay. This is what hair looks like when you rough dry it. Once it's styled, you will see, it won't look like this. It won't look like this. Have you tried smiling? Did you guys see the new stickers? There are 2 new stickers. One was courtesy, I think Adrian was the one that made that sticker, I believe. I want to make sure I get that right. I'm pretty sure. Yes. And the other one is W. Robbie. Hopefully Robbie comes through today to see their new sticker. will be exciting. What's funny is that the dumb bitch didn't comment again. That's crazy. That's crazy. Once we hit 10K, we will let up the first guest. But Ren. Hey.
What's going on?
That was weird. You weren't coming into my ear. How was the
Can you hear me
concert?
now?
Yeah. How was the concert? The concert was so great that I left and got tacos, and then I went to Insomnia Cookies and got 12 cookies, and then I went home and I passed on the couch with all my makeup on.
Did you
But I
pass
was
out?
right. I was right though, because my friend, she was down to go to reggae night. She was
Oh,
down, but I was not. I was too tired.
well, now you know.
Mhm. I'm telling you, when she's out of the house, she's ready. I mean, the concert was good. It was very hot. It was very hot. And I don't like being hot and squished among people. Um, especially when like I don't really even know the band. But and I haven't had that for ages. So I was very, very pumped. I was very pumped. And yes, I got 12 cookies because I was sharing it with my friend and with my husband. So 12 cookies, yes.
Mm,
How are you doing today, Ren?
I'm okay. Um, Tired, but I'm okay.
Did
I
you hear me
just
call someone a dumb bitch over and over?
no. Why'd you call
Yeah.
somebody a dumb bitch?
She's like, your hair is like so damaged. Oh, look, she's back. Hi, dumb bitch. You gonna just say the same thing over and over again?
Even if her hair is damaged, it's her fucking hair. Mind your business. It's absolutely free to mind your damn
That has to be a
business.
bot because they said the exact same thing. And then I called them a dumb bitch over and over. And then they just disappeared for 5 minutes and then came back and said the exact same thing.
Like, damn, it ain't your hair. Mind your damn business, jackass.
There's my little kid. I've never had crumble, but from what I've seen, I don't think I want crumble.
Um,
It looks gross.
yeah. Crumble, no, no, thank you.
It looks like they look overcooked.
See, some of them look undercooked to me. Like it looks like everything looks undercooked to me from crumble. Like if I want to go, I understand gooey brownies, but I don't want a gooey cookie. Like Erica said, they are both undercooked and overcooked at the same time. How?
I think it's because they're so thick. That's the issue.
Mr. B, that is facts. He said I feel overcooked. It's hot AF outside. It is, but it's actually cooler here than it was yesterday.
They use cake mix. Oh, yeah. So, we still need to get to 10K likes before we can let up any ops, but we do have some updates. Meaty Boy went to his health certificate exam. He gained 0.2 pounds.
Is it muscle?
I won't keep saying that. I don't know that cats gain muscle like that. I don't know.
I mean, he must because his body does not look the same. And he is moving a million times better.
Yeah. So he gained 0.2 pounds in my custody.
Somebody said,
But
I
he's
feel like it's
healthy.
he's
He's he's
that's all
well,
it is.
I don't know if the vet said he's healthy because obviously he does need to like lose some. some poundage, but other
He's
than that, he
overweight.
is healthy.
He's overweight but healthy,
Hmm.
and that's okay.
And he got great reviews. They said he was a very good boy. Aside from him wanting to, he bopped it. Well, he tried to bop a few dogs in the waiting room.
I don't blame him.
Yeah.
We're at 10. Oh, there you go.
What's going
Hello.
on?
Hi. Which topic would you like to discuss today?
The very first one.
Should you care about ice raids? Okay, what's your thoughts?
No, we shouldn't.
Why not?
Because they're just doing their job.
So it's their job to disregard the Constitution of the United States?
Wait, which part of it?
Okay, so
Um,
wait, no, I'm confused. So we shouldn't care about how anyone does their job?
Um, what relevance does that have to this?
It has a lot of relevance.
Okay, explain.
So if a police officer starts running over people that
That would not
instead
be
of like,
him doing his job, though. What are you talking about?
if he's on the way to doing it, if he's on the way to like arrest somebody,
Wait, so running over people is a part of the job description of a police
no,
officer?
but arresting them.
Yeah, well, arresting people is a part of the job description.
Uh-huh.
So they're doing their job.
Picking people up in an unmarked van is not part of the job description of ICE.
Actually, yeah, it is.
Okay, can you show me where it is in the job
Yeah,
description?
absolutely. Yeah, I got you.
Mhm.
you know good and damn well.
Archer's ready to go.
I know, but I gotta
Yeah.
wait, yo.
And the same thing, y'all. When you guys send me them, I'll keep track. I always wait until they start talking. I don't want to interrupt Ren ever, you know. Okay, so then the other update. This is the first time, and I don't even know how long, that I don't have a single foster kitten here, and I feel
Rift.
just empty inside. And
Oh,
I keep looking for them, and they're not here. I didn't expect for them to leave today. I thought they would leave later in the week, but because they live so far and they were dropping Media Boy off, they're like, oh, can we just take them now?
Okay, I did a little simple Google search and got the information we're looking for, I hope.
No, I want to see the job description of ICE agent.
That's what I'm doing. I'm just trying to get the green screen up.
Can you just tell us where to find it? I'd rather you not turn on your green screen.
Okay, so you guys don't want to see it, or you do want to see it?
I do want to see it, but
Okay.
on the same hand, people like you who like beg for people to let them up, they end up doing something really like messed up when they turn on their cameras.
Wait, I was begging for people to let me up. You guys were begging for likes. What are you talking about?
What?
We never let people up till 10,000 likes. Isaac, where you being, darling?
Wait, so you beg for 10,000 and then start letting people up? You hold it over their heads?
What are you talking about?
No.
No one is begging for anything. It's just
And
how we do things here.
okay, and I didn't beg to come up here. I just requested and commented.
Whatever.
Jesus
So,
Christ. Great,
are,
thank you.
do you plan on doing something foolish when you turn on your camera?
No, why would, what are you even talking about?
Oh well.
I don't have it in me today.
Hmm.
If someone wants to send a baby dragon or 30 towards a daily goal for that kick, I'll take it for my birthday trip. But if not, whatever, I don't care. I'm just not in the mood. A long work day, I'm not in the mood.
Like honestly, I was gonna talk to him because I was really interested to know where his where he got that information from.
There's no fucking way that they would put grab people off the street in an unmarked van with a mask
Yeah.
on in a job description. Like, that's bananas. That would never be committed to writing. Like, that's bananas.
I am willing to bet money that it said, what is the word? Shit. Get people, apprehending fugitives is what it says.
Yeah, that is not what I said.
Like, not at all. Words mean things, darling.
Yeah.
Words mean things.
And technically, they're not apprehending fugitives because they're not considered fugitives.
I know. Isaac, how are you gonna tell? Sir, go away. Go take a long walk off a short pier with a floaty on.
It's so generous of you, Ren.
Well, when I say it the other way, people get kind of hurt. So. Or what Emmy said. Y'all are so weird. Like, I've never heard people that you said have a good time being banned for what? I find that so interesting. And that is, you see, people like him is exactly why I said it exactly the way I said it.
Facts over feelings, Ren.
Bye, Isaac.
Ooh. That was super pretty. Thank you. Thank you, TK. Got a little summer sunset thing going on. Let's
Like,
say we
y'all-
are in Community Fest right now. We're number 93, y'all.
So
Hold on.
when you get cooked up,
Hold on. Hold on. Jeez Louise.
can I
Now,
talk yet?
hold on. Now let me explain to you what happened, so that way you can enter into the conversation with enough
Took a
knowledge
walk off
to
a pier
actually
because
know. I said take a long walk off a short pier with a floaty on. I said with a floaty on. I don't want him to be harmed. I just want him to get wet. I don't want him to be hurt.
you're implying that so you don't get banned, but we all know the meaning behind.
Why do you sound like that?
Or I sound like what? So you guys can only, the only thing you guys can.
Isaac does not need your defense, darling. I don't understand why you feel the need
The only thing.
to come up here as a young man and defend another man. Jeez Louise. This is weird.
I speak?
It's weird.
It's gotta be someone like, I don't know. Maybe that's his like employee or something, or boss.
May I speak, please?
Nah.
No.
What's the point of this?
The point is, if you would let me finish what I was saying, I would be more than happy to let you talk. So, as I was saying, the reason Isaac got removed is because he immediately got defensive when I said
because he was going to prove you wrong. Don't lie.
he can't prove me wrong because apprehending fugitive and what Alina said are not the same thing. Do you understand that words mean things?
Are illegals in the country, and they are getting.
Words mean things, darling.
What's
I'm
crazy is he says
sorry.
that with an accent. I just can't. Like,
Aw, you left. I'm sorry to hear that.
the whole ass accent.
Like, I don't even understand what his issue was.
But
I said it exactly the way I said it because I don't want him to be harmed. I just think maybe some cold water would help his um disposition.
yeah, like a cold plunge.
Mm-hmm. It would help his disposition.
People love cold plunges. I pinned because someone was asking which. Oh, Maylee. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I was asking which curling iron is it, and I pinned it. It's the Beach Waver B1.25. She works really well. And like I always say, I hate that I love it. I have the new me like 5-in-1 curling wand. I have Dyson Airwrap. I have all kinds of different devices, and I actually really like this. And you see what I mean, y'all? Like damage, tear, wear. Stupid. That's stupid Lily's. Oh. And if you guys purchase from my showcase, I get a small commission. It doesn't cost you anything. So win-win. I don't know why this person keeps saying that. Aesthetic, can you not say that? What strange to me.
Aesthetic. I only muted you because you keep using that word that we asked you not to. I'm more than happy to unmute you, but please don't use that word, okay?
I know I had lunch, but I don't know. I'm feeling, I don't know if it's hangry or sassy or
Peckish.
I'm just cranky without kittens, y'all. Need more cookies? I ate so many cookies. Um, they're really good. And they serve them all warm, but there's no insomnia cookies near me, unfortunately. Thank you, Pika. W Pika for saying the community celebration, giving us 4 times the points. Because we're in the bonus time period. I hope Robbie comes through because I want him to see the new sticker. Oh, I'm hungry. You know what it is? I think it's I didn't have Carvel today. That's what it is. You can get insomnia cookies shipped to you? Like already baked? Well, they wouldn't be warm, no? I don't have any kittens for you, Taz, not to be. I'm a single kitten, not one. I've been good. Still killing a lot of kittens. But the reason I don't have kittens right now is because I'm going out of town next week. This is the last two that I had. The rescue took them to take care of them until I get back.
Sorry, I had to get myself back to my work computer.
Okay.
I was
I'm
sitting
so
out.
great at filling silence.
You're okay at it.
Remember the time that you guys left me unattended?
Yeah, I do.
Thank you, Pika. That was funny. So, what did I miss last night on Love Island?
I have no idea. I didn't watch. Come on, bro. Come on, Shadow.
Makes my hair so shiny. Oh, and it comes with 3 different heat settings, the lowest being 320, which is what I use since my hair is so damaged, like Lily said. But also, if you have bleached hair, you shouldn't use more than 320. And honestly, if you unless you have thicker hair, you shouldn't use in the 400s. A lot of
Why?
people use way too hot.
Everybody keeps saying they were angry about Love Island last night.
Hmm.
Now I kind of want to know what happened.
I have no idea. I tried to like listen in from
You
the
said this
concert,
season?
but not a third derivative watches too. That's hilarious. Out of all
That's
people. Listen, Love Island seems to be something that brings people together. Pun intended. Eric and Kiana made you an expert. You've never seen it. Today's Wednesday, right? Oh, so there's no Love Island tonight. Or maybe I can
Yep.
catch up.
That's why I didn't go live last night too, because everybody was watching Love Island and my power was flickering, and I was just like, forget it. But tonight I am definitely going live, unless my power goes out.
Put that out there.
I mean,
The next step to this like beach waiver thing would be someone attached to the beach waiver to do this part.
Erica, it's about to start storming here. It's not storming yet. It stormed all last night.
Oh my gosh. Oh, now I'm empty. Let's see if I have any cookies left. 1 cookie left.
Malik, we're not discussing Iranian women. I do believe that we should fight for the rights for all women, but I also do not believe that the United States has the right to force any type of regime changes. We need a regime change here. Hey, Irene.
Did anyone see me last night be messy in Jessica Simone's live while I was at that concert?
No, what'd you do?
One of those like dumb bitches that talked so much shit about me. That's all up Dan's ass was telling some guests about how like they need to like support women and take care of women and do this and that, whatever, and all that stuff. And I said, "Ooh," I said, "wild," or I was like, "crazy," or so she's saying all that and still supports Dan. Talking about simple politics, Kristen.
Oh. Mm-mm.
But listen, I was outside of the venue eating my cookies, waiting for my friend to come out. Oh, I just said from the chat, and she ended up dipping out. But I'm so tired of you. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear you talking shit. I don't want to hear you talking down to an op when you are the way you are. There's a chocolate chunk from Insomnia Cookies.
So I said, in fairness, I saw it, but played the I saw nothing card. Like, I don't understand how people are now saying the same things you were saying, and they dragged you over the coals for it.
Mm-hmm.
But now you're saying it, but you don't feel like people deserve an apology?
Mm.
Even if
But
you,
it's like, how can you like talk down to an op that's like saying like, oh, you voted for Trump and he's this, that, whatever, and he treats women like this and he's terrible like this, and then you support someone like Dan?
you know,
Couldn't be
I,
me. Wouldn't be me. I'm not even on my worst day.
right. I feel you, Erica. It's just,
And not be embarrassed about it is
but you know what? Y'all know good and damn well dude is like Beetlejuice. So let's not say that name one more time. Because you know what'll happen. So,
we'll
yeah, I
call,
know.
we'll call him something else.
We're going to have to. Because you know if you say Beetlejuice, 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 what happens? So we done said it 2 times. Let's not say it again. Don't do it.
I told you I'm feeling it some type of way.
I understand. But, mm-mm.
But
I feel you. But, mm-hmm. If you say Candyman 3 times.
people are catching on though, for some of those people.
Um, I don't know.
Well, I'm saying on the back channels.
Oh, you want to tell me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. People are noticing things. Noticing like on Juneteenth, certain creators where they were.
Mm-hmm. Princess We said, I have a sister who is a Beetlejuice. You need a code name for real.
Did I
I'm
redye my
sorry.
hair? Yes. On Saturday, I did my roots again. That's why it looks fresh.
I let you up before I
Exactly,
saw the
Erica.
message that you put in there. And if I had seen the message, I probably would not have allowed you up. Please turn your
Why
camera
is that?
because
Freedom of speech. You don't accept freedom of speech?
Freedom of speech is against the government, dummy. This is a private app.
Got it. So you don't like freedom of speech then?
No.
Yeah. You know the devil dwells with blue-haired people.
The devil doesn't.
You beat me to it, Ren. I was
the
gonna
devil
say.
doesn't exist. And if he does exist, he looks like you, and he probably is you.
I'll take that as a compliment.
I just know he smells like wet cardboard.
No, he smells like hot dog water.
Do you both have Walmart body?
What does
No.
that mean?
I don't even know what that is.
It's when your body's out of order.
Why would that be called Walmart body?
Yeah, because it means like you look like the people that shop at Walmart.
That doesn't even make sense.
Oh,
It would be a funnier joke if, like,
when you buy
when
extra
you're
large
saying your body's
clothing-
out of order, you would say, "Do you look like a McDonald's ice cream machine?" That would
Yep.
be funny.
extra large.
Would you? Hey. Are you ready to have a conversation, or do you want to just continue to insult?
Absolutely.
All right. Which topic would you like to talk about?
Let's talk about how every child is born sin-free.
No, you have to choose one of the three topics up there. If you want to talk about something else, go start your own live and have whatever conversation you'd like to have.
Talk about body count.
Okay, we could do that. What would you like to say about body count?
So for men it matters, and for women it matters.
Why?
Well, I mean, a real man doesn't want a woman that's been ran through.
Choo-choo.
Do you
We got some
know?
trains in the chat.
Do you know that a male leaves his DNA inside of a woman and it stays with her forever?
Not true. That's not true.
They can actually collect DNA matter from the brain of a man that has finished inside of a woman.
Where does she put the
That is
DNA?
not true.
Where does she put the
That's
DNA?
That's
Does
not
she get
true.
extra chromosomes?
It is true. It is absolutely is true. That's
Okay,
why
but
when a
where
woman,
does she get extra chromosomes? Ooh, Ducky Pico.
Choo-choo.
that's why when a woman ends
Answer
a
my
relationship.
question.
What was the question?
Does she get extra chromosomes? Thank you,
No.
Jocelyn.
No, she
Okay,
does
so
not.
where does the DNA go?
So the DNA stays inside her, just like as if it stays on the floor.
If it's not,
Hey,
so
hey,
then
hey.
it's not altering anything, dummy.
Hold on.
No,
hold on.
but it stays with her though.
Hey. I got a question for you.
Sure.
Because you said it goes in their brain.
Uh
Are
huh.
you familiar with the blood-brain barrier?
Am I? No, I'm not familiar with that.
So you are
We
saying
got a scientist here, y'all.
that male juice is how I'm going to say that word goes into a uterus, through the uterus, up the fallopian tubes, through the body, and up to the brain.
Correct.
How, Sway?
Well, I'm not a scientist, so I cannot explain
How?
that.
Because it's not true.
Well,
It's
wait, you can't
impossible.
say it's not true.
It's not true.
I can definitively
It
say
is-
it's not true.
It is true.
I can with 150% certainty say it is not true. You don't even understand a woman's
But you're the
reproductive
same
system.
person that believes a man can become a woman.
You do not understand the reproductive system of a female with that shit you just said.
So let's talk about the reproductive system.
Okay, what about it?
So the way you identify somebody is the most truest form you identify some.
No, we're not doing transphobia. Not happening. If you want to have a conversation about female reproductive organs, we can do that. But we are not doing transphobia. Nobody asked your opinion about the trans community. So
We didn't.
shut the fuck up.
Yeah. And I already know what he's going to say. And that's actually not the truest form to identify sex. The truest
Yes, it
form would
is.
be to identify through the to karyotype them.
No,
So.
not the pelvic bone. The pelvic bone
No.
determines what sex you are.
Nope,
Hey,
it does not.
And let me tell you how I know you're wrong. If you knew anything about archaeology, which shows this is another branch of science that you know nothing about,
It is true.
they get it wrong 50% of the time using the pelvic bone. It is not a correct way. And the fact that you believe that shows that you honestly didn't pass 8th grade science, let alone college level.
Okay, prove me wrong.
Do religious people even believe in archaeology?
Prove me wrong then. Prove me wrong.
I guess maybe they do.
Prove me wrong.
Google it.
No. You prove me wrong. You're up here saying that it's not true, so prove me wrong.
I just told you prove me
Okay.
wrong.
All right, I will. I will.
Go
Stop
ahead.
muting me and I will. I will prove you wrong. So the
No, you keep
bone,
bouncing from place to place. No, I want to go back to the chromosomes thing. The DNA in the brain.
talking about DNA.
I just don't like you. That's just gonna be real honest. I don't like you. I think you're a disgusting human being.
I really
You are so determined to make this about the trans community, and we weren't talking about them.
I want to know
You
how
are a disgusting human.
DNA gets to my brain.
see all my posts. You should look at what I post every day.
So
Nobody
what
wants
is,
to look at your posts.
what is
Oh, the straight people do.
no, they don't.
I'm straight. I don't want to look at your posts.
Yeah, eventually you won't be.
Okay.
It's only a matter of
I mean,
Hey, let me tell you something, and I need
Yeah,
you to
here's
It's only a
hoping.
matter of
Here's
time.
hoping.
hold on.
Here's hoping.
Here, let me
But only
explain.
after my husband.
Yeah, you're
On the lives
eventually
or whatever.
you
Let
really
me
will.
explain this to you. I want you
Okay.
to hear
Let me know
Listen
at what
good.
age is that going to happen so I can prepare for it.
So
I want him to hear me and hear me good. If I had a choice, if it was a choice to date women and not be attracted to men, I would happily,
percentage of choice.
fucking happily do it. Oh God, to not date men, cause y'all ain't shit.
You still want
So what
You-
age
you-
is it going to happen?
but
We
you,
didn't.
you still want the jackhammer.
Rock landed on us.
What age is it going to happen for me?
So it happens different for all ages. The
Okay.
fact of the matter is no child is born that way.
Can you
Okay.
can you just
No
tell
ch-
me, like, because you obviously see something in me that I
So
don't
the
see.
more-
If you
the
you
more
already see that I'm
friends-
turning, so is it going to happen
the more
next year?
friends
or-
that the more friends that you have that are like that, the closer you'll become to it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time.
So why am I not like that?
Yeah, all of my friends in real life, not my internet friends, my friends in real life are all straight,
Oh, they were.
and everyone in my family's straight.
Well, but you support the rainbow, yes?
Now you're changing the thing. You said it. The more friends you have that are gay.
Well, so like if you support the rainbow, you're
Mhm.
already one foot in the water.
Okay.
Yeah.
So once removed, not twice removed. Okay.
So all of my friends, like in real life, the majority of them are part of the rainbow community.
I bet. And I have 0 friends that are like that and 0 employees.
And you're still so obsessed with them, which is crazy.
No, I'm not obsessed with them. I
It
do
sounds
not.
like you are.
I make sure when I interview an employee that I ask the right questions.
Hmm. And I hope they report you to the EEOC.
What,
I
what
don't mind
are the
paying
right
fines.
questions? Hold on. What are the right questions?
Well, I'm not we're on TikTok, so I'm not going to get banned. You know, you can ask
But wait,
questions.
why am I not gay?
You can ask questions
Why
without
am I
getting-
not gay?
I mean, I don't know. You're sure in support of them.
Wait, is can you sense that Ren is turning too?
Well, so interesting you say this. At the end of the day, like whether it's
Just
a
yes or
hundred
no.
years from now, most people are going to
Am
turn
I going to
that
be
way.
gay? Am I going to be
That's
gay
going to
within the
be the
next like
difference
6
when
months so I can
that's
tell my
going to be the
husband?
difference when the world ends. The straight people versus the non-straight.
I got a question. So I'm straight.
Uh huh.
My husband is straight,
Okay.
but my child is not.
Yeah. So
How does
your
that
child
happen?
developed that behavior.
From where?
Oh.
So
From the
interesting you
streets.
asked that. And would you
Hmm.
like me to tell you?
Oh, sure. Go ahead.
Okay, so it is a learned behavior.
Mm.
Maybe they watched a little bit too much television. Maybe they didn't have the
Oh,
strong
wait.
enough. Maybe they didn't.
At what age? At what age are we talking about watching TV? When they were how
Ren,
old?
did you watch Will and Grace when they were in the womb?
I did not actually.
Oh, okay. What about Queer Eye? I'm trying to think of the few television shows that were available for us.
To be totally honest, I didn't watch a lot of TV.
Oh, okay.
And then even with her, she didn't for probably the first almost 10 years of her life. She literally watched PBS
Did you
and
listen to
ESPN.
any disco music, any Cher?
Oh, Logic would like to join to, I guess, to ask the guest the question. How do you feel about that?
You know how I feel about.
Men? I know.
Mhm.
Okay.
I'll think about it.
Let her think about it. He not, but I'm be real honest. He ain't gonna last much longer, y'all. Like he about done. Um,
Mm.
Rainbow. Oh no, Logic is cool. Y'all, you must know that Logic is cool because if it was any other man, usually I wouldn't even have asked.
Mhm.
I just would have completely disregarded the request.
Mhm. I do want to say W to Artichoke. Artichoke sent 20 for back rent for Meaty Boy. If
Aw.
you're talking back rent, I mean, dude was here for like 6 months.
Can you come off mute? I know you don't have.
I'm just joking. You don't have to send me back rent, but I appreciate it.
I thought you guys grew past that childhood of muting people.
No.
So
I want to
Um,
know.
I
I
won't
want to know, am I
interrupt.
turning
I
or
won't
not?
interrupt.
Am I turning? Ravi, there's can people who are subs drop the new stickers in the chat?
um, so here's my question. So what am I watching? What did I watch that did that?
Are you asking for yourself or about your child?
About my child.
Yeah, so I don't know the ins and outs, but I do know this. I can give you an explanation. In 1979, China did what's called a paperclip experiment, and what they
Uh-huh.
did was they attached headphones to over 100 women that were pregnant. And what they did with those headphones, they pumped in their different languages for the child as they were growing, as they were
You said 1979?
1979
Okay.
paperclip experiment from
Paperclip.
China.
Okay. Uh-huh.
They put headphones on the woman's stomach.
Oh,
I think it was after 12 weeks that once they determined they were pregnant for 12 weeks,
were they
and they
noise
pumped.
canceling or no?
No, they pumped
Okay, they were just
different
regular
languages.
headphones. Okay.
Yeah, they pumped. Oh, yeah, they pumped different languages into
Mm-hmm.
the for the child to listen to, and
Mm-hmm.
then they waited till the child was about 2.5 to 3 years old, and
Mm-hmm.
they went back and they spoke to that child, those different children, in the language that they never else heard of, and over
Mm-hmm.
half of those kids could communicate a few words, not like the way we're talking in English, this and that,
Yeah.
but they could communicate to words that they never heard before. So what I'm explaining to you is this: if that
You're
happens,
saying that we should start teaching kids to read once they're born.
no, what I'm saying is so when people are out to a restaurant and the woman is pregnant and they're sitting down and next to somebody else is saying, "Oh, it's okay to be gay,"
Uh-huh.
that can pick up, and the child can pick up on that that's in the womb.
Okay,
Mhm.
hold on. But you said from 12 weeks on?
Yes, they started it at 12 weeks on.
Wait. So I was pregnant in Tennessee and Mississippi. It wasn't really no gay folks,
But did you ask them, Ren?
but they weren't discussing it. So that would be the only
Oh.
way that it would be a problem.
So is there GAY by osmosis, or is it like an aura
No, it's
that
something
can
that's
pass? It
learned.
has to be verbal.
It's a
Okay.
it's a learned behavior.
Is it because I was spending so much time in the woman's room because I had hyperemesis?
Well, you said in 1979, so I don't know when your child was born, and you don't need to answer that. But the here's the thing: at the end of the day, you're not around your child 24 hours a day.
She was born in 2005.
Okay, so you're not around your child 24 hours a day. There's times you sleep. There's times you're away from your child. Who knows who they're talking to, what they're watching, what they're thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Ren, did they ever watch Real World New Orleans?
No, she doesn't watch TV.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to help. I'm trying to help figure this out.
Yeah, like
I want to get to the bottom of this.
You said your child was born in 2005, so they're 20 years old now. At what point in time did they tell you they were GAY?
Have been consistently saying it pretty much since they were about 14.
So at 14,
Mm.
I want you to understand something.
Mhm.
At 14, a child should still be a virgin.
Oh, okay.
Um,
When did you know that you were straight?
I know.
So at I'll get to that in a second. At
No,
14,
I just want the answer. When did you know that you were straight?
So when I looked at the tool that God gave me, I knew that it was for procreation.
Okay, so what age was that?
I was probably 4.
Okay, so
I don't have too much recollection.
did you lose your virginity at 4?
No, I don't have too much recollection before like the age of 3,
Okay.
maybe 4.
So you're saying
Yeah.
that when you're straight, when you identify that you're straight, you could still be a virgin after that. But you're saying that for Ren's child, the moment
so
that she decided she was GAY,
So the
she
act
was
of
no longer a
GAY,
virgin.
committing the act of GAY means you're physically laying down with somebody and doing the
Well,
dirty.
then you were so okay. So then you weren't considered straight until you lost your virginity, correct?
That's correct.
So then
So how do
you
know
lied to me by saying that you knew you were straight at 4.
Yeah. Because
Why are
we're
you lying
born
to
with
me?
the tools for procreation. We're all born straight.
Hey, y'all, we are absolutely aware that this is utterly ridiculous. We know.
That's what the notes are for.
We're all born straight. You have to do something wildly sick to go otherwise.
But okay, so but I'm in transition, you said.
So wait a minute.
I don't know the ins and outs, but you already have blue hair.
So you
Okay.
mean to tell
But you
me
said
that
I'm on my way to GAY.
You are on your way. I mean,
So
it may
you mean
take
that-
3 years. It may
do I-
take 10.
What's my prognosis? 6 months? A year? Like, what do I got to tell my husband?
Okay, so you asked the question. Let me ask you a few questions.
I
How
have-
do you feel?
To help you out,
how
I
do you
have
feel
some
about seeing-
tattoos.
How do
and
you
I do
feel
have some
about seeing the
piercings.
same sex kissing?
I don't really like watching people kiss regardless. Yeah, at
Okay,
all.
so
Very
you
wet.
don't like watching the same sex kissing.
I don't like watching anyone kiss.
But how
I
do you
don't
feel?
like wa- I don't even like
when I
watching
see it, I
people
throw
let their
up.
dogs lick 'em in the
When I
face.
see it,
I don't even like watching people who let their dogs lick them in the face.
Oof, no.
when I
Like that's gross.
Okay,
Hold
so
on.
when you say it, you throw up. It sounds like you have acid reflux, friend.
no, it so like you know how like something really irritates your stomach because you're like
Yeah,
grossed out
acid
by it?
reflux. Yeah.
Yeah, it's, you can call it whatever you want, but it's physically when you see that or a male dressed as
You
a
ever,
female.
you ever
it
taken a
makes you
Tums
throw
or
up. What's that?
have you tried
Yeah,
taking Tums?
Wait, I got
Yeah, I mean, I may have to for that.
Hey, I got a question. Why does other people using the constitutional rights to their own life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness, why would that disturb you so much?
Well, so interesting you ask this. We create laws in the United States to make our lives
Why can't you
safe.
answer a question simply?
Safe. We make laws to make our life safe.
You are using 10 words when 5 words will do. Can we please get to the meat and potatoes? You
But we
keep
make-
trying to give me nasty spinach artichoke dip. I just want the meat, the steak, and the potatoes.
Yeah, we make better of society.
We made a hetero society,
Yes, of course.
but you do understand that other societies, I didn't say I said nasty spinach artichoke dip, not sensitive artichoke dip. That would be great.
I still think that's a dig.
Okay.
Still going to take it as a dig. Actually, let me do it this way.
So let me see if I'm understanding this. Rainbow.
It's no more rainbows.
Yeah, but rainbow sounds so much better.
Yeah, to you.
Ren
But
likes
wait
to
a
call
minute.
people by their last name, and that would be your last name.
Yep. And then here's the thing with that. But in the story of Noah and the flood, didn't God send a rainbow to prove that he would never flood the earth again? So rainbows are of God. So why would you
Well,
have
they've been stolen. They've been stolen. They've been hijacked.
So wait, if I understand what you're saying that even if it's God who did it and like he showed his promise with it, how could anybody steal it from God? You're saying things can be stolen from God?
Yeah. So when Satan steals something from God and uses it for himself, we have to disown it for a while. So it's been hijacked. We want nothing to do with it.
No. That's not what the Bible.
Until
That's
God
not what the
reclaims
Bible
it.
says, darling.
God will reclaim it.
No. That's not what the Bible says, sweetie.
See, okay, so wait. See, I'm trying to string all these things together. So if my husband's DNA is in my brain, does that mean my husband's also GAY?
Oh, good question.
Because I would assume that
So
a straight man's DNA in my brain
no,
would keep me straight.
yeah,
Rainbow,
if
Rainbow,
he's not saying no, then
we have Daddy Satan in the chat, and he asked for you to keep his name out of your mouth. Please.
don't forget that 99% of the people are going to turn that way. Maybe 97%.
Do you have a study of that? So
Yeah,
okay, so you're saying the answer is yes.
Yeah, eventually people are all.
So my husband is going to turn as well.
So by 2050, any child that is born by 2050, by 2120, 95, 92, 90, 89, somewhere in that number of percent will be JAY.
So is there something that we can do like as a preventative measure? Like should I stop?
Should I stop it in the right hole?
Should I stop us from like I don't know, dancing?
So this is a message to all men and all women. Men should be putting it in the right hole.
So
okay. Well, I mean, he obviously is, because that's how the DNA got to my brain.
Okay.
So
good. I'm glad.
But you're saying I'm still turning.
Well, I mean,
and therefore he's still turning.
I have a question.
Sure, go ahead.
So,
y'all don't forget it's 30-year baby dragon.
Yeah. So here's my question. So I understand
Jessica,
that,
I don't know.
that if things go the reproductive route, men are able to pass the blood-brain barrier. But what if they put it somewhere else? Does that also pass the blood-brain barrier?
Well, so that's why I said it's got to go in the right hole.
So wait, so that would mean, by your logic, GAY people don't have the same issue And body count wouldn't apply there because they don't have the issues with the blood-brain barrier.
So I think what you're saying is a man can't leave his DNA in another man. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, according to your logic,
Yeah, I'll go with that. I agree.
So wouldn't that be better?
No, not at all.
Mm.
Not at all.
Yeah, Rainbow, can I tell you something?
Sure.
You're a piece of shit.
W. Pika.
We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us.
That was. I learned a
was
lot.
unhinged.
I learned a lot.
Yeah.
I learned a lot and so little also. I can't wait to tell my husband that I'm turning. Go vampire.
Let's see what this person wants.
Hello.
We are number 83, y'all, in Community Fest. Let's keep the Community Fest gifts going. This is one of the options. There's another one that's like a coin. You can just search it in the gift section. There's another one, Jolie's Community or something like that. And then there's another one that's like just under 3,000 coins that also. So all these count quadruple the times right now during our bonus period. But I believe any gift counts towards Community Fest. The heart me's, you got to do like little vote stuff. I don't know. I'm terrible at this, but we just have to stay in the top 100. Also, we still have 180 left in our daily goal. My birthday is in 1 week exactly. And I am going on a trip to see my family and to take Meaty Boy to his new home for my birthday. So if anyone wants to contribute to the daily goal, that'll help me in my travels and also, any expenses that I'm incurring along the way to get up there, get my dogs taken care of. And also, maybe a margarita in the airport. Sometimes there's a Chili's 2 for 1 situation. Little queso. All right. That's my spiel.
Hello, D.
Hello. Yeah, I just wanted to say, touch on a topic. Should you care about ice raids? Shoot, I think maybe you should. If you don't, that's fine. I mean, they care about, like the protests, pretty much, like protesters care about it enough. I mean, there's 20% of the population that cares, so, and probably more, because including non-Hispanics. But does body count matter? Absolutely, it does matter. To a man, it does, because, a man definitely looks for a woman with low body count, not because he's insecure, but because it's just
Because they're pedos?
Yeah, the spirits
Okay.
enter, the body and stuff like that.
Wait. Pump the brakes. We're gonna take this one at a time.
Okay.
Your information about the ice raids, I agree with you, right? Completely agree with you. We should care about that, especially with the lack of due process that's happening.
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah, y'all heard you say yeah.
Yep, I agree with that. Okay, so
now hold on.
Yeah.
She asked you because I don't think you heard this question. So
Okay.
I'm going to give you a chance to correct the question.
Oh, come on.
No, because that could be, you know what I'm saying, something like
Yeah.
that could really hurt somebody's existence. So I don't want to do that. She said that you want women with a low body count because you are a P3DO, and you said yes.
The what?
A PEDO.
No, pedo. Why would I be that? Everyone, look, for generations, right? I'm talking about men. They don't want a woman that's like very promiscuous.
Do you know what a PEDO is?
Yeah, how does that even make sense to be that? Because you want a woman with a low body
Because
count?
either you're insecure or you're a pedo.
Are you?
Because the people that
No, or you
have
don't want a woman that's
low body
been
counts
used.
are usually virgins.
Or you don't want a used woman. That's just what it is. Just like saying if you
Yeah,
get
so
a car with-
child.
no, not a child. A woman. There's virgins that are
The
over
largest
25 years old.
population of virgins are children.
we don't want, I'm not asking for a virgin, but like if a woman has 2 or 3 partners by the age of 25, that's extremely respectable rather than
2 or 3, that
go out
sounds
every
used up
weekend.
to me.
2 or 3. Well, yeah. Well, then you must have very
Used
low
up.
body count. Good. Congratulations to you. Well, yeah. Well, then you know what I mean.
Especially,
But
oh my
okay.
gosh, imagine 2 to 3 partners and they were doing it 100 times a day.
What?
Ran through.
Yeah, it's the same partner. I'm pretty sure that was a relationship, not just let me get tipsy at a bar and then go with this guy. You know, it's
So
different.
wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. If the action of doing it does not matter, only the people that you're doing it with, why would that matter then?
We're going from one crazy conversation
It
to the next.
matters because if you live in a promiscuous nature, that means you're
Promiscuous girl.
you're impulsive. You have no restraints. Therefore, your value as a woman doesn't justify your abilities to say any kind of productive comment towards anyone else. Like, why would you try to inform other people about anything if you can't restrain yourself from being promiscuous? That's why
Shit,
it
he's
matters.
still talking.
So wait a minute. Let me see if I'm understanding. Like let's
Yes, I'm
let's
pretty sure
break
that
down what
you
you
should
said.
understand that, but okay. If you have any problems, understand that, but okay.
There's no should in
Getting
this.
sassy.
Okay.
Because what you're
Please
saying is
after.
not logical, right?
Oh, it's not to you or just
So are you
in
saying
general?
that body count matters for women, but it doesn't matter for men?
Yeah. Oh no, it should matter for both. It's better if a man, abstains from sexual acts until he's married. That would be ideal. I didn't do that, but I wish I did.
So you're
I
used
was
up.
I'm pretty used up. I would say yes. If I was a woman, I would be a used up woman.
No,
And
no, you're a man that's used up.
You're used up
yeah,
man.
I'm a man that's used up, I guess,
Yikes.
because
Rans, dude. Can we get some trains in the chat?
I did have multiple sexual partners, and I'm not proud of that. Yeah.
Yikes.
So yeah, and that's why I'm trying to inform like the younger people, like 18-year-olds and up that are not promiscuous. You shouldn't. There's nothing. There's no virtue in being extremely sexual, and you shouldn't just over sexualize yourself. You should seek worth within yourself. I mean, it's not about
Now,
appearance
see,
and
do you
just
have
like
kids?
you
Do
know.
you have kids?
Do I have kids? Of course, I have kids. Do you
How
have any
old,
children?
how old are they? How old are they?
Oh, they're children. What about you? Do you have any children? How old are they?
I have a almost 20-year-old.
Oh wow. Okay, yeah, my kids are quite not that old. They're still children.
Yeah, and let me tell you what I taught my child.
Mm-hmm. Please.
Her work is never dependent on what anybody else does.
Yeah, it's dependent
That's
on what he
it.
does.
$100 bill is $100 bill. Whether you rip it in half and tape it back together, or it's fresh off the presses, it's still $100 bill.
Yeah, but children
So
or
her
people are
worth,
not $100
her
bill
worth,
or
her
priceless.
worth is not ever dictated by anything other than her.
Yes, and how she carries herself. Absolutely.
Yeah, and how she carries herself. And if she enjoys grown up time as a grown up, go for it. I don't care. My biggest thing is be safe, be smart.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah,
And
I
guess
guess I'm
what?
more conservative.
And that has worked well because my mother taught me and my siblings the same way. And she raised 3 functioning adults. I have been married almost 20 years.
If anyone's interested in the curling iron that I'm using, it is the Beach Waver. It is linked below in my TikTok shop.
That's
You're going to
incredible. I'm
create a
glad that you have
system.
a 20-year-old relationship. That's awesome.
You're going to create a situation where your children are going to feel like they can't talk to you about things, and they're going to be sneaking around. And when they get out there into the world, they're going to break bad.
A situation where they're not promiscuous and believe that their body is valuable and they shouldn't
But
just
that's
be
not what's
You
going to
know, I
happen.
feel like,
pretty much
and
what's
I don't
gonna
have stats for this, Ren, so this is
Weird.
just me like spitballing, but I feel like behind 80% of teen pregnancies is a parent that says they're protecting their kid from being promiscuous.
Yeah.
I think 100% of pregnancies is from being promiscuous.
Oh, no.
And
Let me tell
and
you.
80% of those are
Let
behind
me tell
parents
you.
that
80%,
think their
really.
kid's not going to be promiscuous
I'm
and
gonna
put
tell
them
you
in
an
church and
You're
all
anecdotal.
that.
saying eight, so if
D,
so you're saying
D.
it's a parent.
I'm gonna tell you an anecdotal story. Okay. All right. Let's do it. So, me and a
Okay,
friend
I
of
just
mine.
muted. I
Hold
guess
on,
you
hold
don't
on.
want to hear
No,
facts.
I muted you because I want to tell you the story. Okay. Oh, bye, child. So again, basically what you said, Slade Jerrickson, is exactly what the story I was gonna tell. Strict parents make sneaky kids.
Mhm.
My best friend had super strict parents. My mother was very much, she was not super strict. We had rules and regulations, but she wasn't super strict.
Mhm.
And when my best friend got pregnant at 17, they tried to blame me. And you want to know
Mm.
what my mother said? My mother was like, Ren ain't pregnant. Because she always knew she could talk to me about whatever was happening.
Yo,
Strict parents.
we need to get the likes up, or we're gonna go sub only.
Yep. I muted him because he just would not stop talking.
Mhm.
I don't know what's wrong with the men today. Like they are in rare form.
Friend, how do I break it to my husband
That you're going to become gay?
that I'm turning
I don't know. Like,
and that he is also gonna turn?
I don't know.
I wish I knew what this like community fest fan club thing means. It says we're number 200 plus in the fan club thing. I don't know what that means, but in the other thing we're, oh my gosh, we dropped to 80. Oh, y'all, they're kicking our butt, y'all. We're still 50 minutes left of the bonus round. Any of the community fest gifts are quadruple the points. Make sure you're doing your heart me and collecting your coins. Make sure you're scrolling down and going to the part that says community fest and putting in your votes or whatever the heck that means. If you've never sent me a gift before, it gives us extra points. So even if you send me a heart puff, or if you just send the 1 coin community fest gift, even if you hate my guts, that helps out because you're considered a new gifter. We get points for the number of gifters we have. If you go up to like the little top and scroll until you get to the community fest tab, you can see all the different bonus things that are happening during community fest. We just got to stay in the top 100. Tomorrow's last day of this round. I don't know that. I don't know what we get, but I do like the bragging rights. We did well in Live Fest, so I'm here for the bragging rights. And maybe, oh, of course, RTP sent that really creepy gift. Thank you, RTP. That was jarring. That was jarring. Thank you. Oh, see, Princess says I had 19 votes just sitting there. Yeah, I don't know what that means, but yep, the last live fest was during the peak was the pickle time when pickle time came up. Mhm.
Oh, I was typing numbers because you get votes once you send like 5 comments. So that's why I was
Oh,
typing in numbers. Once I got to 5, I got 10 more votes.
ah, see, there's stuff there. There's stuff in there. Thank you guys. I'm afraid about this. Oh, thank you.
Stop hating people.
Hello.
Hello. Okay,
Uh,
before we get too far into this, let me ask you a question, okay?
mm-hmm.
You plan on doing any isms, any racism, sexism, misogyny, misogynoir, any of that?
Not
No,
intentionally.
look at his name. There's no way.
Okay.
He's
Okay.
definitely got to be loving everybody.
I just have a
Thank you, Andy.
question for you guys. Why is it that you feel like I can understand like somebody from Iran saying Iran doesn't like women, but
Iran.
I'm sorry.
Iran.
Oh, sorry. But why not? Why would you say that about the USA?
Because
Well, why
I
do
live in the USA, so I can
Hmm.
speak on the USA. I can't speak on Iran
But why is it that you feel that USA doesn't like women?
because I
I'm
live
just
here and
okay.
I've lost my rights compared to when I was born.
What rights of those did you lose?
Reproductive freedom. I don't know what they always do it with, Brand. They always say the same thing, and they always say it with that like question mark at the end, like woo, woo, like playing dumb, like they don't know that Roe was overturned. And we go through this every fucking time. Like, why do you guys have to do the song and dance? Y'all know that Roe was overturned, so don't play dumb.
No, I thought women do have the right to decide if they want to abort or not abort, so forth.
Okay, well, you're not equipped for this conversation then, because you clearly just woke up from a coma of 3 years. So welcome
Okay.
back to society. Just FYI, the
You went
iPhone
from
17
0 to
looks like
100
shit.
really
The
fast.
iPhone 17 looks like shit. I'm sorry. You might want to upgrade to the iPhone 16 before it comes out.
You've been so nice this whole time, and now you're
I'm
like
not a nice
angry.
person. I'm not a nice because I'm tired of the bullshit.
Yeah,
Because
because
I
you
have this
came up
conversation
here.
every day, multiple times a day.
You came up here and you're being disingenuous, and that's
Mhm.
frustrating.
No, I actually feel dumb because I didn't know the answer to that.
Okay,
So you educated me.
You didn't know Roe v. Wade was overturned.
No, this is how dumb I am. I'm just gonna admit this. I thought that the laws depend on the states. So depending on the states, maybe some states you're allowed to do certain things, and other states you're not.
Okay,
So,
so let me let me tell you why you're disingenuous, right? Because you know absolutely correctly that it's a states' rights issue. And you know that there are multiple states where they have essentially bans at 6 weeks. And considering that most women do not even know that they are pregnant at 6 weeks, that is essentially a functional ban. You know that. I know you know that.
I'm
So,
actually with you
I,
guys on this. I mean, I'm not. I'm pro-choice.
I have that feeling, Ren, that like I feel like I need another Red Bull, but I also feel like these ops are stressing me out so much that if I had a Red Bull, like my heart is gonna jump out of my chest.
don't drink it then. So, let me see if I understand you. You're pro choice.
Hmm.
Okay, that's great. Now, you do understand that there are a lot of states, i.e., Texas, where they don't even have citizen led ballot initiatives.
I'm sorry. Can you say that part again?
They do not have citizen led ballot initiatives, which means the people in Texas never got to vote on what they wanted in their state.
Yeah, I don't think that's fair.
It's not fair.
Are there other things too that make you feel this way about the USA
The
towards
fact that
women?
there's still a pay gap in the United States of America.
Mhm.
Women make less for
I'm
the
just
same.
curious. What are the things that make you feel that way about Iran?
Because I guess when we were bombing them,
Propaganda.
and I saw that. Well, I saw like many videos of women ripping off their jihads and jumping up and
Jihad?
down.
Mm,
I'm pronouncing it. Forgive me. I don't know it that well. But
it's not a jihad.
what's it called
Jihad.
then?
A hijab.
Hijab. So
Jihad is
they're
a whole
ripping them
nother
off,
thing.
throwing them in the air, just they jumping up and down as if they've been liberated. And I'm just seeing videos and videos of that.
Mm,
And I've also heard of polls where 81%
mm,
of the people there want this regime out, and a
mm,
lot of it has to do with how women are treated there.
mhm.
And
And how are women treated there?
well, d- one, they're forced to wear clothes they don't want to wear.
They're forced to wear clothes. Okay. I am also forced to wear clothes here. What
No,
else?
I mean like heat hot. You know how hot it is in one of those things. I mean,
Oh, wait,
it's
wait.
miserable. I'm sure.
If I
What you would
remember
you want? You're not
correctly,
forced to cover your body up.
hold on.
The hijab is a religious practice.
And not
It's a
even
But
part
if
of
you
the
don't want to
Muslim faith.
wear it, why are you forced to wear it?
hey,
Are
hey,
you
hey,
seriously going to defend that? Are you?
hey, hold on. Take a deep breath. I need to tell you something. You do know that Iran was actually quite progressive until the United States stuck their nose in their business because the leader of Iran decided to nationalize their oil. And they made sure that they were able to put in a different regime. And that's what led Iran through this bullshit. So
Wait,
it's
that
still the United States' fault.
wh- how you're turning? We're
That's a
talking
great
about
question.
women.
That's a great question,
We're talking
Sajida.
about women's rights, right?
Can I ask
And you're
you,
sitting there
like, how do you
defending.
feel about nuns? I think nuns should also be liberated.
If they choose, if nuns choose, and they want that lifestyle, then why not let them have what they want? I guess I'm a little
Mm,
confused why you compare that. Where I'm
yeah,
telling you there's women
religion.
that do
Okay,
not
so
want to wear that. Don't they get rocks thrown at them too, like if they cheat on their husbands or
I don't know.
something?
It sounds like you don't really exactly know, and that's why I was asking the question of what you know and why you're so insistent on talking about that. You seem to like not know a lot, but talk like you do. And I'm just curious how you know so much about Iran and not about the United States and what's going on here.
I know a little bit about everything. I just don't. I try to get educated just to a certain degree, but I don't go too deep into it.
Mm.
But I mean, I don't know. I felt like you're being disingenuous when you sit there and talk about how
Mhm.
how that they it's okay how they're being treated. Yet, and
Mm.
even trying to compare that to the United States, you sound like Whoopi Goldberg. I mean, that's.
Oh,
It sounds like you watch a lot of View. Potentially,
it
is that
sounds
your
like you
favorite?
watch a lot of View.
Okay, now, let me explain this to you, and I need you to be very,
Oh, here
very
it comes.
careful
That is your
about
favorite
the
show,
word.
though, right? The
I
View.
don't
No,
watch the
I
view,
actually haven't seen it in probably like
but
10
I
years,
know
maybe
I
longer.
saw a clip of what you're talking about. And the problem with what you're talking about is Whoopi Goldberg was making a valid fucking point. And you don't want to hear the point because that forces you to have to stop saying, look over there, it's terrible there. That's what the problem is. You don't like the fact that Black people in this country are treated very similarly, with the exception of clothes. And then, to be totally honest, when you consider the fact that they had to have laws in the United States of America for Black people to wear their hair as it comes out of their fucking head.
Wait, Whoopi said that?
No, she said Whoopi Goldberg was basically telling the other two women that look like more like you on that panel that there's like, we need a regime change in Iran. And basically Whoopi was like, I do empathize with what they're going through because it's not dissimilar from how Black people are treated in this country. And they
Well,
were like,
that's
but
not how
no,
it came together. You're kind of right on how it was. They were talking about how they were treated poorly and horribly in Iran,
Mm.
and then she came out of nowhere and said, "Well, we're treated even worse here, 10 times worse. Not 10 times." She said, "We're even treated
that's
even
not what
worse
she
here." Like,
that's not
how do
what
you
she
even
said.
go there? You go
She
from
didn't say that.
yes, she did.
She
Look,
did not
watch
say
it.
we're treated 10 times worse
That's
here.
Not ten
what you
times. She
just
just
did.
said worse.
When you came in here, that's what you just did. You said, "How could you say this when people are treated way worse over there?" Like you literally did the same thing in reverse.
You did.
No, I came in here asking about USA specifically, and you gave me examples. I was
No,
saying
you brought up Iran.
I did. I brought it
Uh-huh.
up and saying
To
I can
compare, to say,
understand why.
I can't understand why you would meet what could possibly be happening here when this, not, and whatever in Iran and blah 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 blah, and how people are treated over there. You did the same thing in
That's
reverse.
true. I did say that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you should stop watching the review.
Don't watch The View.
A grown man watching The View is crazy.
I promise you one thing. I just watch some of the little dumb highlights they sometimes show people.
I don't even watch
because,
those. So what is that? Does that make me more masculine than you?
And the fact that, and here's
possibly.
the thing, and the fact that you decided to talk shit about Whoopi Goldberg, understanding the point of what she was saying, actually proves her point more than you realize.
No, that
It
part I
does.
would never
Absolutely
agree with
does. You prove her point.
you on. Yeah.
Because
Only
the
somebody
fact
ignorant would say that.
you felt- only someone who?
You
Ignorant would say
already
that.
admitted that you were ignorant on this topic. That's the funny part. You can't call someone ignorant if you already admitted to being ignorant.
I didn't admit to being
You lit-
ignorant. I said there's things I'm not
Oh, okay,
educated
my bad.
on.
You called
There's
you
some
called yourself
things
dumb.
I'm not fully
You called yourself dumb.
100%
My bad. You
educated
called
on.
yourself dumb multiple times.
Say that again.
You called
You're
yourself dumb
dumb.
multiple times. My bad.
You're done.
I'm pretty sure that's the word he used multiple times.
I don't think so.
You're like, here's the thing. We live in a country where Black women have to put chemicals on their hair to have hair that is professional to go to work. How is that? Look, a lot of times women would rather just cover their hair. Black women would rather be able to wear hair wraps, but those are seen as unprofessional in this country.
Well, there's opportunity for improvement. I would agree with you there.
Oh, see, look, let's go ahead and keep that tap dancing through it.
See, what's so sad is somebody could agree with you and you still want to huff
No.
and puff with your breath and get all upset. No, that's exactly what you
Here
did.
we
Don't
go with
act
the
like you didn't do it.
microaggressions.
That's
Here we go with
crazy.
the microaggressions. Here they go. Come on, keep going.
No, I got interrupted, so I thought you might have said
Now you're just gonna
something.
cry about it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, keep going with your microaggressions.
No, really, you proved my point just by interrupting me. But you sit there when somebody agrees with you, you still want to put them down. So you're just looking to lash out. So
How did I
obviously you're not
put you
looking to have a
down?
constructive conversation.
How did I
You're really
put you
just looking
down?
to
How did
take
I put
two
you down?
people on one
He's
person.
crashing out.
How did I put you down?
I really don't know how to talk to you guys because you also mute me in halfway when
How
I'm
did I put you
speaking.
down?
So there's just it's like
How did
I
I
don't know
put
if
you
it's because I'm
down?
winning the conversation you decided to
How
mute
did
me.
I
I don't.
put you down? How did I put you down?
No, it's not you. I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about the one that wanted to huff and puff and blow her breath and act like I don't know what she's doing. She's been twirling her hair for about half an hour now.
So then why'd you attack Ren?
I was actually addressing it to you.
I wasn't even talking when you said that.
You went, no, as soon as I agreed with
And
you,
I
you
haven't
went,
muted you at all.
and then you said something derogatory, but I don't want to say what it was because I can't remember exact word from word. So
Well, it obviously didn't hurt you that much. And twirling my hair, I'm literally curling my hair. Or not twirling, I'm curling, I'm styling my hair because I can multitask.
But why did he come at me?
That's what I don't understand.
well, my apologies if I came at you. I was saying you two in general because I felt like even when I would agreed with you, you also were like completely went on to I don't know, maybe I was focused more on her than I was you, but my apologies.
Okay. Let's take
And
a
I
deep
agree
breath.
with you. What I was agreeing with you on was you shouldn't have to do so much more for your be held to, like, if you don't. I guess I'm not really understanding the hair situation. To a certain degree, I'm trying to empathize because I get it. It's harder, I'm sure, for you to have to do certain things with your hair, and you don't want people to sit there and have just because you have to. You should be able to wear your hair certain ways, and
I should be
because
able
of
to
your
wear my hair however I want to wear it.
exactly. As long as people can't grow like full grown beard. Like guys can't grow full grown beards, depending on the work environment, right? You can't. There's certain things you have to kind of be somewhat respectable. But
There it is.
say that again.
That
You
word
heard that, Ren? Yeah.
respectable, that reeks of respectability politics, and that is a
That's
lot of
where all of this stems from.
Yep, that word right there is actually indicative of the actual problem,
Hmm.
right? Because why is my hair, the way it grows out of my head, not seen as respectable?
Or protective style used for it.
Yeah, well,
Right.
so I'm saying I'm not saying it is or isn't. I don't know what type of
I'm
style
not
you're
saying
talking
that you
about.
are. I'm not saying it shouldn't matter what the star is, what style is, but this is the point I'm trying to make to you. In this is things that are happening in this country right now. These are things that women are going through in this country. There was a woman that was literally used, trigger warning, as a human incubator. And the only reason they did a
Wait.
C-section.
Does he know about that? Do you know about
Oh,
that story? Yes. Since you clearly watch the news a lot because you know about the Iran thing and that this all happened around the same time. So, do you know about that?
No.
Hmm. Crazy. That's crazy.
So there's a woman who was brain unalive, but she was 6 weeks pregnant, and they kept her on life support until she was 24 weeks pregnant. And then they cut the fetus out of her body because her body was, trigger warning, decaying.
God.
Guess what country that wouldn't happen in? Iran.
So did the baby survive?
We don't know. But a 24-week-old baby, there are going to be, you don't know what health issues this child is going to have.
Mhm.
And then you have, who's going to tell this child that they literally grew in their mother's decaying body?
Born
Is
from
the
a corpse.
family did the family push for that? Is that
Nope.
No, they didn't want it.
so the
They
whole
didn't
family
want
was against it,
Yes.
yet they still did it.
Yes.
Mhm.
Because
Yeah.
Georgia has a heartbeat law.
Yeah. Well,
Guess where that's not happening?
yeah, well, I mean, I came up here to get your answer, and I appreciate your feedback. There are
And the
some things that
family,
we have opportunity to improve upon.
hold on. And the family has to pay the medical bills.
Mhm.
What? I tell them to go shove it up their ass.
I absolutely agree with you. I wouldn't pay shit. They
I'm not
had to
paying
get that
shit.
from my
No.
cold, dead, unalived hands. I wouldn't pay a dime, not a penny. I would file bankruptcy quick, fast, and in a New York minute. They would have to kiss the entirety of my ass.
Mm.
But now this baby is also in the NICU. I had a child that was in the NICU in 2005, and she was only there 65 days. That child is most likely going to be there longer. $500,000.
Mm. Well, I understand some of your argument, your viewpoints. I just was straying. I think we probably don't see eye to eye on how we compare to other countries, but I definitely can understand there's some of your concerns here with USA. That was what I was asking about. So thank you.
And I want you to understand something. We're not comparing our experience to people in other countries. We don't live in those countries.
We have
We're-
no say on those countries.
I'm comparing it to this country, the way men are treated versus women.
And to be honest with you, I think I brought Iran into it because I
You were trying to say
I want to defend my country. So I'm like, well, wait a minute. We have things great here, and so compared to there, so
your pride for this country is overriding your good sense.
That's possible.
You can like this country. You can love this country. But you can also be honest about the fucked up shit it does.
Mm. Mine won't stay in a ball like that.
He not going to for long.
Mm-mm.
Hmm. Well, thanks for having me. I'm gonna go ahead and drop down before you guys decide to beat up on me later.
Mm.
But
But yeah.
take care.
Yes, so he has clean beans because he's been sleeping for like 6 hours straight. I don't even think he's gotten up to drink water.
Was he looking for you last night?
Apparently. Oh,
He getting so big.
don't swish your tail. Where'd all the kitties go? Where'd all the kitties go? Yeah, swishy tail. Yeah, he's gonna whack me.
He getting tired of your shit.
Mm-hmm. Look at his tail.
He is our leader, Chairman Mao.
You gotta pay your rent. Don't skip out on your rent. Oh my gosh, I put the blonde wig and my husband was like, no.
The lady in should I'm guessing Sahida. Am I saying their name right? I feel like I'm saying it wrong. Sajida.
Sajida.
Huh? Sajida?
Sajida?
Okay. I heard about Kat Kamek in Florida, who
Which one's that one?
the woman who had an ectopic pregnancy but couldn't get
Oh, is that the one that the governor like had to call?
I don't care, fuck her. And I mean that disrespectfully. She said it was the left's fault because they scared um I don't understand how the left didn't make the law.
Mm-hmm.
Not a third derivative. I don't think you understand what happened. You said she'd want to let her baby unalive. Um, you don't even know what the medical and health consequences of what they did are going to be on that child.
He's on the case.
I feel like he needs a monocle with that.
Be a good boy.
He said he needs a
Trump
pipe.
is a Shabbos goy. He's a no good kike loving faggot.
Oh well.
They really don't like fun, huh? I don't know how much longer this thing is gonna fit him. This little cape, but oh, he's so cute, huh? Good boy.
Okay, so anybody that's in here, if you're looking at the beautiful curls that are in Alina's hair, those curls came from the beach waiver. If you look right there at the bottom on your left hand side where you see the button that says shop, you can go ahead and order this. It is $99 with free shipping. And there's an extra, nope, never mind.
You
Oh,
might
there
have
it
a
is.
coupon. Yeah, you might have coupons on your end. You just got to check your TikTok shop coupons. I think it goes the other way.
Yep. So if you got a couple dollars, clap your hands and buy a beach waiver.
Mm-hmm. We are also in Community Fest, and now wants to make it to the next round of Community Fest. Right now?
I'm supposed to be finishing my my shirt design and I did not.
Mm. I'm supposed to be doing a lot of things and I'm not.
Get milked. If you'd like to ask any
Thank you,
questions
Heidi.
about any of the prompts, come up here and ask them. If you don't want to ask, then stop asking in the chat. Thanks.
Why is he so cute as a little strawberry shortcake? You good boy.
Sammy, I say it all the time. They say, no, we like women. No, y'all like sleeping with them. You don't like them.
So face.
He's so handsome. Okay, he done now.
Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, I can only get him in 3 different outfits. That's what. Oh, he just went into like a bin of clean clothes and he's still wearing his little strawberry hat. Let me help you. Now don't bite it. Ah. You get my lint roller.
That's fair, Rosie. That is true. Men don't actually like us, only what we can do for them.
Mm-hmm.
You requested? Okay. Okay. Hello.
Yeah, hi. I was just curious on you
How
say
old are
this
you?
woman,
How old are you?
21.
Okay. So what was your question?
Yeah, how does the US not like women?
Why do you think the USA does like women?
All their benefits, equality, literally everything that a lot of other countries don't have.
There it is.
Okay. Let me explain something to you. We are not comparing what the rights for the women in the United States are to women in other countries. Because just like there are some that are worse, there are some that are much, much better. So we're not comparing it to them.
Okay, so can you explain what you mean when you say the US doesn't like women? Because I gave an example just like outside the US, sure, but I can also give one inside where, again, equality, there's no rights being taken away. Unless you can like elaborate and say that there is otherwise.
Ren. What do I do to deserve this?
Wanting to be a content creator.
Oh, by all means, if I'm wrong, please explain.
No, you're just disingenuous and it's not cute.
Wait, how am I being disingenuous when I ask you
Okay,
your own
actually, you know what?
prompt?
Listen, I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. Did you just wake up from a coma?
Wait, so I have to be
I'm
waking up
asking you a
from a
question.
coma
Did you just
for
wake up from a
that?
coma or not?
Obviously not, no.
No, don't say obviously, like it's a possibility. It's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, it's a very good
That's honestly the
possibility.
only acceptable answer would be yes, I just woke up from a coma for you to say that rights aren't being taken away.
What right is being taken away from you? Please
Don't act
explain
stupid.
that.
Don't act stupid. I'm not in the
Wait,
mood for stupid.
It's not being stupid if it's
Yeah,
like,
it is being stupid. Okay, you're either acting or you are.
or I have
Which
an
is it?
argument to
Are you
combat
acting
the
or you
quote
are?
unquote right that's
You're
being
either acting
taken.
stupid or you are stupid.
Wait, okay, so what do you think is right?
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Like, make a genuine argument, please.
Because I don't need you to feel bro this, okay? All right, let me ask you a question. Have there been any Supreme Court cases that have been quite detrimental to women and only women?
Oh, are you talking about like pregnancy and like abortion and things like that?
Okay.
So what right would be taken?
Oh my God.
Wait,
Am I talking about pregnancy?
yeah, wait, what right?
Oh my God.
What right is being taken away from you, dude? What right is being taken away from us? Please elaborate.
You just said it.
No,
Ren,
wait.
thank God you're
Abortion
here,
is not a
Ren.
right, first
Thank God
off.
you're here, Ren.
Wait, abortion
It
is
is
not
a right, actually. It is a right. According to international law, it is a right.
If you want to claim that it is,
According to international
what
law,
right?
it is a right.
Hey, now let me explain something to you, okay? I would like to have this conversation. I already feel like you are disingenuous, but I'm trying to give you a chance to have the conversation. So what I'm going to ask you to do is to chill the entirety of the fuck out.
Okay.
All right. Now, the right to bodily autonomy is a right.
Sure, is it absolute?
Why wouldn't?
Like, if you stick your finger in my ear, can I just unalive you because you're infringing on my rights?
Considering that I am an outside person, no, because I'm a sentient being. And to be totally honest, actually, in the United States of America, with you looking like you, what I assume you look like, and what I look like, you probably could get away with unaliving me.
What?
I said what I said.
Yeah, wait, so if we're gonna go off looks, that's just the most disingenuous thing I've ever heard. Wow.
You mean to oh, wait. You mean to tell me? Because I'm assuming that you are, and I may be wrong, but I'm assuming you're white.
Sure, you can assume. That's okay. I'll accept being white, yeah. I mean, that's part of my race, that's fine.
Okay. So, as a white tea presenting person, if I stuck my finger in your ear and you unalived me, you have a very good chance of completely getting away with it and it being considered self-defense.
Okay, I still wouldn't see that justified. That wouldn't be,
I'm not asking you justified. We're not talking about that part. It wouldn't even matter. They would still consider it self-defense. You literally have more rights to take away my life as a Black person than women have rights to get rid of the parasite in their womb.
You just call it how? Okay, so I agree because there's no law that agrees with you. Maybe there's people that will be unjust in the court ruling, but the law is equal. And so if it comes down to that, that would just be the disingenuous judge that fits it as justified when it's unjust, obviously. So that would just be
Michael, we've had the whole conversation about the fact that yes, humans can be that. First of all, that's a fetus, and it can be parasitic.
Okay, how?
I'm not talking to you. Hold on. It can be parasitic. Actually, if Ari was in here, I would have her come up here and tell you. But you're wrong. And even if we don't,
well, I can explain how it's not a parasite. So I'm confused on how you can call it a parasite. I can go ahead and give you the definition of parasite and then how it's not parasitic at all. If you'd like.
Let me ask you this. Can the fetus exist outside of the woman's body?
Can it? Depends on the stage.
Right. So from 0 to 20 weeks, which is primarily where abortions happen, can the child exist outside of the womb?
Wait, why would placement even matter? No, obviously not. But would you survive underwater if I just threw you in the lake and put you all the way down in a submarine? Just let go? If I took you in a submarine and I went down to the bottom of the ocean and I just let go, would you survive?
What does that have to do with the price of tea in
It's
China?
hypothetical. Can you answer it?
What the fuck does it have to do with
Yeah, I
anything?
can show you the analogy. I can explain how it's analogous if you just answer it.
No, because I need you to explain it first.
Okay, so you cannot survive if I put you in the bottom of the ocean. Same as a child in the womb would not survive for up to 20 weeks if you just took them out and it's a placement issue. It has nothing to do with
Yeah, the
moral.
difference is that Ren is a completely autonomous person. So that would be murder. The baby, the fetus, is not an autonomous person until it's born.
Wait, so you don't believe that they have body autonomy at all until they're birthed and not like, so when they
Until
get,
The
viability,
law
no.
doesn't believe it.
wait, so are you all 9
The
months?
law doesn't believe it.
I have probably the most extreme abortion stance than anyone on this panel or in my friend group. You don't want to ask me.
No, I'm just curious, like lethally, do you both? I'm curious on both of your stances on it. Like lethally, all 9 months, go for it. Good.
I normally say
Ren
No.
isn't that way. I am.
Yours is okay.
mine is still probably about 22 weeks.
Yours is 20. Okay, so you care about sentience, and host, what do you care about? Like
I care about the mother, and that's it.
Okay, so
Until we live in a society that provides for mothers and provides community and the money to raise a child, I believe all 9 months.
okay, so
And that has a foster care system and an adoption system that is not corrupt and contributing to child trafficking, I believe all 9 months.
okay, and they don't have any moral consideration at all.
Morals are subjective. They're stupid little imaginary rules.
Oh, okay, okay. So would you say grape is ever right?
No, because you're infringing on somebody else's bodily autonomy.
Yeah, but that's just saying no would be an objective statement. So that's why I'm
You're
confused.
infringing on someone else's bodily autonomy.
I know, but you're making so if you agree that grape can never be right, then that is an objective statement, meaning that there is some objectivism to morals. If you can make one right, then that means like
I can make the argument that no, because it is forcing somebody else to do something. Morals should be about you. You can have your morals however you want. There are some, because here's the interesting part. There are other religious institutions and other religions, i.e., Judaism, where abortion is absolutely acceptable. And it
okay.
does not. So that is why it's subjective the way that the United States tries to play it.
Wait, but the so if religion said that grape would be right, would you say, oh yeah, then that's up to their morals and they think that's right, and you agree with that being right?
No.
It's,
Okay.
I say it's not. Well, I say none of that is anyone's business. I think that we shouldn't be. Everyone has their own religion. Everyone has their own. There's cultures that do stuff that we don't agree with here, that aren't culturally significant here. That's none of our business.
Yep. You don't. And that is what it has.
But I also don't believe in religion. Like I don't care for religion
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
that's
either.
at all.
I think religion
I don't
is
consider religion valid ever. So I think the world would be a better place without religion.
would you think the world would be a better place without laws?
I think the world would be a better place without you. And people like you.
People, well, I mean, you specified to me and then clarified that specifically people like me. What do you mean by
People like you. People like you that enjoy just Phil Broing and having these conversations that actually affect real people's lives. Yeah. Just for the fuck of it. Yeah. People like you.
Wait,
yeah, people. Because let me ask you, how much support have you given the women in your community that are pregnant?
how much support? Like define support, I guess, because like if I'm going to support them in their pregnancy, I don't know, like 20. It depends.
How much money have you sent to Adriana Smith's family?
Adriana Smith, is that the
You
lady
should know.
in coma? Or not coma, sorry. She like passed away and she had a baby with the 2007 law that was going to be happening with like regardless of Roe v. Wade, right?
No, because Roe v. Wade would have, the federal law would have superseded any state law.
This law was put into 2007, so she would have had to do this.
Roe would have superseded because it's federal over state.
And she didn't
And her
have
parents would have been able to take her off of life support because the baby was only 6 weeks or whatever it was.
Yeah, and okay. I mean, I don't really, honestly, I don't agree with it ever. I don't think that anyone should ever go through that. I don't think that that was right for like even them to ever think about doing or even putting that into law in the first place. But yeah, it's not even something that I agree with. So I don't know why you still think people like me shouldn't.
But why don't you agree with it? Like people like you argue for that all the time. What exactly are you arguing then?
I argue for parents to be obligated to their children. I don't think that mother, when she's unalived, if her baby in the womb is still possibly surviving, I don't think. Like,
I think someone could argue that keeping her alive in that state is her being obligated to her children.
No, she'd be unalived. She has no obligations. You have no obligations when you're unalived. So even if like the child will take its natural course with her, it's just a natural unaliving of each other.
So extraordinary measures should not be used.
No.
To maintain the life.
No.
Okay. So same thing with children that are born early, right? They shouldn't be required to be put in a NICU to survive. Just let nature take its course.
Wait, so
or is the parent obligated to go into severe debt and use extraordinary measures when you wouldn't say the same for the parent itself?
Wait, I wouldn't say that the mom should be an incubator because there's no she at one has no obligation. Two, the child would unalive with her anyway unless you try to, I guess, put her in that state for the long enough time to where even they could survive. This child is still gonna have more. I don't even know.
Yeah, and babies that are born premature would unalive without those extraordinary measures naturally.
Yeah. Again, so you're going to say that parents should, or doctors even should. I'm
going off of what you're saying.
Wait,
that parents are obligated to their children.
Yeah, parents are obligated to their children. It wouldn't.
And you're saying that extraordinary measures should not be used to keep the mother alive as an incubator.
Yeah,
but how is that any different than an incubator for a premature baby?
Yeah, premature baby still deserves all the rights that every other human does. So I don't understand.
Yeah, so then you should agree with the extraordinary measures that was done with Adriana to keep her alive, so the baby can stay alive.
Oh wait, because the host.
Makes sense. And hold on, y'all. This gonna be a trigger warning, and y'all about to learn some stuff. But I have to ask this question. So according to what you're saying, Get Milk, when I had my child 20 years ago, she was a twin, right? And her and her brother were in the NICU. And after 8 days, they explained to us that my son did not have brain activity. According to what you're saying, I should have kept him on life support.
No.
Why? Why not? I'm obligated to my son, right?
Yeah, you're obligated to your living children. If there's no brain activity, they're no longer here. Like they're no longer alive. When your activity has ceased, your sentience has ceased,
so you
right?
mean that woman whose brain activity had ceased being kept on life support?
What's wrong? Yeah, I don't agree with her being on life support.
The law.
Yeah, I mentioned the law for
and why is it that sentience mattered when he was out of the womb, but for another woman, sentience does not matter in the womb?
Yeah, so all future has stopped when your brainwaves stopped. So there's no value. Well, there is value. I would say like humans have value to like the point of where when someone's deceased, you still give them some moral consideration. But when it comes to them being unalive, like that's just them being unalived.
Okay, but wait. In the womb until
Yeah, they're not unalive. Because there's not, sentience can start at like literally the moment of conception. We don't know when sentience technically starts.
yes, we do. Because if they cannot if they cannot operate outside of the womb, then what is that true sentience?
If they can't operate outside of the womb, well, it depends
Yes.
on what you mean by operate, because there's some people that can't operate certain fingers. There's some people that can't operate certain ligaments.
You know what she means.
You know exactly what I mean.
I'm just saying that like there's there's stipulations to all that, and I don't agree with the stipulations to it. I don't think that they're
So what is define sentience? What is sentience?
it's the oh my goodness, the ability, but isn't it the ability to feel like when your brain, your spine cords, I can't remember exactly what it is. So
How about you go Google it?
I don't remember. Lord.
We still have 180 left in our daily goal. And we have, we only have a minute and 30 seconds left of the bonus time for Community Fest. All the Community Fest gifts are quadruple points right now. What's wrong, meaty boy? Oh, goodness. My goodness.
Okay.
But you can wait, continue.
What'd you say?
I was asking if we're gonna continue. Are you sure?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I guess it's just the ability to perceive feelings, pain, things like that.
And have cognitive abilities, right? So awareness, emotional, all that, right? So let me ask you this.
Yeah, I guess.
So if that's what you need, how do you do that without a brain?
Wait, so if you're going to be growing and you if you don't have a brain yet, I mean, you're gonna say that if you're gonna do this without a brain, then there's also Trevor, who was born without a brain, and he ended up having a full 12 years of life.
Hey,
But
you said okay, I would love, who is this person you said didn't have a brain at birth? What's their name?
well, I know his first name is Trevor, but I have to go and look it up, I guess, if you want me to give you his full name. But
Yep.
you just look up Trevor, who doesn't have a brain. He lived till he was 12 years old.
Trying to see if Meaty Boy was going to give one more walk.
He had a brain stem.
Specified brain, so that's why I was bringing it up.
A brain stem, all the parts of a brain. Let's put it that way, okay? And then here's my thing. How was his life?
How was his life? It's great. I mean, he didn't have what everyone else has, but he still had 12 years with his family. He had a favorite teacher. He was able to specify very certain things about his life that he enjoyed, but I mean, it wasn't as I guess the best according to what you have lived or what other people have lived, since he's no longer living.
So, yeah, so he had sentience.
I mean, you guys mentioned, there was a mention of a brain, so that's why I brought
Okay,
it
hold
up.
on. Let me say.
So that's
It
fine.
said, Waltrip was unable to communicate, was also blind, but he did have a heartbeat and was able to breathe on his own. He also could respond to some forms of stimulus. He lived with the help of a feeding tube, and therapists who stimulated his muscles and joints.
Yes.
And that's what you are saying, that that's good enough to make the argument that abortion, like that, and not even just that,
Okay.
that's not a life. And even him, he had a brain stem. At inception, a baby does not have a brain stem.
Yeah, I don't think you need a brainstem to be valuable. I think human lives matter. I think like we should all.
So I should have kept my son on life support.
Human lives. I don't think that child was alive.
Kiara, I love you.
And I don't think that this other little boy was technically alive because he had no sentience.
Yeah, so you agree that that child was basically unalive for 12 years?
Essentially.
Like they weren't alive?
Mhm. You are disingenuous.
You're disingenuous. You just said a living boy is not alive for 12 years of
I
his
said
life.
sentience because he did not have emotional and cognitive awareness. I said sentience. Words have meanings. Just because someone has a heartbeat does not mean they're necessarily alive. That's why we call it brain unalive.
Yeah, I know. That's another form of unaliving.
So, according to your own fucking logic, just because somebody's heart is beating and they're does not mean they're alive. According to your logic. But some fetus is alive and deserves all the consideration in the world.
Wait, you would still give this person who's unalived moral consideration? Or do you disagree? Do you think that people who are not alive do not deserve moral consideration at all?
I think that if they are not alive or they don't have sentience at that point, it is up to the people in their family to make the best decision for their situation.
Yeah, I agree, but do you think that they deserve moral consideration or not? Where you can respect the corpse or
Morals
not?
are subjective, so I can't answer that. I can't answer that for someone else. And that's the problem with these laws, because it is forcing people to make rules for other people. And that should not be anyone else's right.
Uh-huh. So do you, okay, then I'm just gonna get to a different point then. Do you agree with parents having obligations?
Having what?
Obligations to their children. Parents having obligations to their children until like they can give it to someone else who will take on that obligation safely at least.
If they have to sacrifice their body to do it, no.
No, I'm saying in general.
In general, where? What is the point that you're making?
Yeah, if you're a parent and you have your child, are you obligated to that child or can you let it go and let them
Are they born?
Yeah.
Okay, if they are born outside of my body, then yes.
Okay, so you're obligated only when they're born outside of your body. And so before that, then you'd be fine with them. Technically, you'd be fine with doing anything then, if they're in the womb. Like they don't have obligations to their children when they're in the womb, right? So you only care when it comes to sentience. I don't get why you care if it comes to sentience. Why you wouldn't be pro all 9 months?
Hey, again. Now, did you hear me say that I gave birth to 2 kids?
Yeah.
And I gave birth to my daughter. She was 26 weeks. Right? Now, if she had come at 20 weeks, guess what? The doctors would not even have attempted to save her.
Yeah,
They would
it
not
would be known as a
be,
miscarriage.
huh?
Yeah, it would be known as a miscarriage if you
But it's
give
no,
birth 21 weeks, but
it's not even considered a miscarriage.
if it's 21 weeks before, medically,
But it's not considered a miscarriage. That's not what it's considered.
okay. What weeks are is it when it's considered a miscarriage? Then I was known to believe that it was
Because
21 weeks.
normally miscarriages, now, it gets a little funky, but guess what? When you're 20 weeks, you actually go into labor. You have to push the baby out.
Yeah, I understand that. I'm just, I'm talking about like the definition of a miscarriage. Usually, it's 21 weeks
Hold
and
it as a
prior.
spontaneous abortion.
Yeah, I'm saying 21 weeks and prior is usually what is called a miscarriage. And if you just want to say that a miscarriage is just a spontaneous,
So are you for upping the amount of SNAP benefits, providing assistance with child care? Are you also for paid maternity leave, and also for universal health care?
I'm not for universal health care, but everything else, yeah, I'd agree with.
How could you not be for universal health care when I just told you that having a child, a 26 weeker, do you want to know how much her 65 days in the NICU was? $500,000.
Yeah, and I don't agree with that either. But I don't think that it should be up to everyone else's money to fund for
Well,
that.
why should it be up to you to decide that a woman has to keep it?
Well, I can't make the decision for her to keep it or not, but I can say that I don't think that getting the act of
I'll pay you later, Alina.
Okay.
I wait till I get paid on Friday. I'm sick of that child. I'm sick of that child.
All right, Kiara.
Hey.
I still love seeing you, Kiara.
Got a bat signal.
I'm sorry. I kind of just kicked him before you got a chance. My bad.
Okay. I'm gonna go on a walk now anyway, so I guess just
If
call.
somebody wants to send the 30 so Ren doesn't have to send it,
I'll send it.
that would be appreciated by no, Kiara, not from you.
He needed to go because they was just being ridiculous. A woman should not be forced to have a baby just because the men in government want them to.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds ridiculous. It's not about taking care of children. It is about controlling women's bodies. Because if it was genuinely about children, we would fix all the other things that would make it so women would be more than willing to have children. There are so many women that do not want to have children, not because they have no desire to be mothers, but because they cannot imagine bringing children into this piece of shit country and world.
Thank you, Artichoke. Artichoke sent it. Thank you, Artichoke. You should save that for. You gotta save that for your baby. You saw him. He's got
You are disingenuous, Get Milked, and that's the reason I kicked you, because you were disingenuous and you were trying to feel bro it all. You weren't interested in actually having a conversation. You didn't have an argument. You pivoted so many goddamn times that your ankle should be hurting. Every time I would sit there and have the conversation with you.
You were so patient, Ren.
I was a lot more patient than I normally am.
That's because you saw that I had done. I already crashed out on so many people today.
Like, this is the thing. We do not have the right in a country with no universal health care, no paid maternity leave, and no freaking benefits for people to be able to take care of their children. We have no fucking ability for women to even be considered after giving birth.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to say, nah, you got to have that baby. Y'all don't even like kids. Because if you liked kids, you would do what it would take to make the parents more comfortable to have kids. You just want them to have them. We can't even, Sammy said it, we can't even take care of the kids that are already here. The foster care system is a shit show. Them bad. Like literally, y'all want to say, well, we could just put kids in foster care. Do you not understand
Absolutely
how
not.
many kids go missing in foster care? Y'all don't care. It's about winning the argument. It's not about actually caring for the kids. I care about my child. And even though my child is technically an adult, that's still my fucking child. Hold on. Hey, Boo-ah, come here. I'm gonna see if she gonna come in here.
You're a good boy. When did your paws get dirty?
Like, think about it. We live in a country where they will pay foster parents to take care of kids instead of just giving that money to the parent to take care of their own kids. Because the most common type of reason that people lose their children is neglect. And when we say neglect, I mean like basically being poor. Like but let's pay money to foster parents, and let's force people to have children so we can feel good and feel like our God is gonna like us. But we not gonna care about them when they come out the crotch.
Oh, thank you so much, Charmaine, for the $30. I appreciate you. Yay, we're 120 left of our daily goal. I really want to hit our daily goal, y'all, because we haven't been hitting it that much. And I don't want to say that I'm gonna say this, but then I feel like you guys are gonna use this against me, that I'm gonna stay on until we hit our daily goal. But then I feel like you guys aren't gonna send it so that we stay on and hang out longer. So I don't know, I gotta
What?
get more creative.
What's
Or
up?
Albina, what if I tortured you guys with Albina?
Jordan, what's up?
Hey, how's it going?
It's going.
I just wanted to introduce myself. My name's Jordan, and I'm 30.
Okay, great. Which topic would you like to discuss?
Well, I want to start off with AB, just because we actually agree on that.
Okay,
So here's the thing.
Maybe it's not even on the background.
it's not.
I'm referring to the bottom one.
Okay, what about it? Say what you gotta say about
Wait. Yeah, the bottom one.
If you would.
Well, that's a reference to AB. I think that's part of
No.
that. That's part of it.
It's a small
It's part
part.
of it. It's part of it. Say what you got to say, then move to the next point. Hurry up.
Well, the U.S. doesn't like women. We are we're like in the top 5 most feminist countries in the world. Do you realize that? We're
How?
right up there
From
with
what standard?
by every standard.
What metric?
Oh, no,
What
no.
metrics are you using?
Economic opportunity. Look, the majority of women are in colleges. The majority of people in colleges, in universities, are
In
female.
spite of men, not because of men.
Men are falling behind. Women are moving forward.
Because men are lazy.
And we're still getting
That
paid
doesn't have
less.
anything to do with women. It has to do with the fact that men are lazy.
You know, Google did a study. They studied their own company because they believe that their male employees were getting paid more. They actually found that their
This
female
sounds
employees.
familiar, Ren, right?
What's that?
I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to Ren.
I sound
A little
familiar.
bit, but I'm not sure yet. I'm hearing it, but I'm not 100% certain.
Well, how can you say the U.S. doesn't like women when we're in the top 5 most feminist countries in the world? We're right
You
up there
just
with.
repeated yourself. And I asked, like, why would you repeat yourself when you still haven't given me the metrics that you're basing that off of? Because I'll tell you where we actually rank. We rank number 43.
Excuse me?
We rank number 43 in the Gender Equality Index.
There is not one African country. There's not one Eastern Middle.
South Africa.
There's not one Middle Eastern
South
country.
Africa is above us.
Israel is above us.
Nicaragua is above us.
I don't know about that.
It don't matter what you know about, it's what the facts are.
I mean, I know you don't know about it because you said we're top 5. So I know you don't know. You know how I know that the USA doesn't like women? Because there's no way that a woman could join on a panel like this and not know shit and talk like they have some authority in the conversation and
They do
actually
it
be
all
taken
the-
seriously.
They do
That's
it
what I
all the
know.
time.
No, they don't. No, that's a man's thing. Y'all exclusively do it.
You know, in Nicaragua, until recently, they had gangs going around committing femicide.
Hey, do you know?
And where did those come about? Where'd those come from?
Hold on. Why is that telling to you?
I'm sure it came from America, in your opinion.
Ronald Reagan.
Oh, I agree. Yeah.
Well, Ronald Reagan wasn't the greatest, but okay. In terms of economic opportunity, women are definitely in the top 5. Women don't have the same economic opportunity in the countries you mentioned.
Can you show
they don't
me?
have the
Can you show me the stat? I would like to see the I would like to see the study, the meta-analysis, whatever. That you got that from the top 5. Oh wait.
That's fair.
Do I need a study?
Yes.
Yeah. I didn't pull my 43 out of nowhere.
What's your source for your 43?
The World Economic Forum, the Gender Equality Index. You just look it up. We're number 43.
Well, and their gospel, they're always right.
I mean, they're comparing like the same stats across the different countries, the different metrics. It's a whole ass document. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but you can read it if you'd like. That talks about what they looked at and how they measured and compared the different countries based on certain metrics. So where did you get your top 5 from? Because so far I've brought something to the table and you have not.
Well, the Google study, for example.
That's not. That's the Google study is not going to show us like that we're top 5 internationally for feminist countries.
Study their corporation.
They studied their company, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But they've done other studies of other companies.
Then go pull it up.
You want me to screen share it?
Yes.
Or you could just tell me the title of the study, like what journal it's in or whatever. I have my computer here, so.
My sister is listening to this and just chuckling.
I know, I hear it.
Yes, they can hear you.
I don't really have the statistics or
Okay, so you
data.
don't know. So shut the fuck up and move on.
Okay, so how about the top one? Should you care about the ICE raids?
So you're conceding on the bottom one? Okay, perfect. No, move to the top
No,
one.
I just don't have I don't have the information.
That's a concession.
I don't have it in front of me.
That's
Okay.
fine. That's a
So either
concession.
you go
Next.
find it or you
And I should have
concede.
prepared more for the
You should
conference.
have.
Mhm.
You should either.
Isn't
you
that,
should
didn't I
either,
just say something about that, Ren?
Mhm. You should either go find the study or concede the point. Choose one.
I don't spend hours every day like you guys studying these issues.
Then why are you
I only
here?
talk about things I know about.
Why are you here? Why I don't join up on panels if I can't come with facts? I don't do that.
Can we
Because I don't like to embarrass myself in front of 200 people.
Can we talk about the top one, please?
So you concede.
Okay. Yep.
Okay,
We're going with
you
that.
concede. Moving on.
Let
If
the
that's
record
what you-
show that Jordan conceded on the bottom one. He
If
came
that's what you wanna
unprepared
call it.
and ill-equipped, per usual. All right, top one.
Should you care about the ICE raids? Why? No, I don't think.
You
I
can't
don't
answer a
think,
question with a question, so your answer is no. All right. Why shouldn't you care about the ICE raids?
because number one, they don't affect me. And number two, they happened under every other president. And you guys will claim, no, they didn't. No, they didn't. They didn't do
No, no, that ain't what I'm gonna claim. You know what I'm gonna claim?
What?
Yes, deportations did happen under every president. They have happened.
No, but he
under
said the
pretty
ICE
much
raids.
every
The ICE
president.
raids did not
But
happen under every
ICE
president.
raids in and of themselves, I was gonna make the distinction right now.
Okay.
But the ICE raids in their current iteration have not happened under other presidents.
Excuse. Well, then who deported them then?
Are you? Hey,
These people don't. These people, Ren. I swear, like I don't know what it is. Maybe I don't know.
Well, just answer
I
the
don't know.
question. Under Obama,
I don't know.
who
Like licking
deported
telephone
them?
poles and shit like that.
no,
The
they
normal
did
process
straight
of
out a comic
deportation and
book.
ICE
That's
raids are
it
not the
right
same
there.
fucking thing.
Like straight out of a comic book.
Well,
Okay, let me ask you this. When Obama was deporting people, was ICE going around in unmarked vans and grabbing people off the street?
Going to schools or hospitals.
it happened. Yeah,
Nope.
Okay, prove it. Prove it.
it was rare, but it happened.
No, prove it.
Okay, just show us one time.
Well, there was a time in I believe it was 2013 where he went to where there was one raid at a hospital and one raid at a school, and in response,
What a coincidence! The two things I mentioned.
he had
What
listen,
school was it?
I don't know this school, but it was like a college. And
Chicago.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
Were
you're
there
right.
books there?
You're right. There it is the two things you mentioned, but he had a rally that following. I think it was month or something, and you can YouTube this. You can actually YouTube this. People started protesting him, screaming at him, Obama,
Thank
stop.
you, Carla. Carla
Oba-
sent me 20 for a margarita at the airport. Love you. Because Carla knows it probably will cost $20 for a margarita at the airport. I'll have it in your honor. With salt
Well,
on the rim.
Don't drink too many.
Wait a minute. You said there were protests?
Who the fuck are you to tell me not to drink too many?
Well, there was. I'm talking about there was.
As many as she won't shut the fuck up. Move on.
I'm worried about what would happen if she did.
Why would something happen? She should be worried about men, huh? See, there you go. The USA don't like women. Moving on.
Well, let me finish my thought. That following month, Obama, it wasn't protest; it was at his rally.
In 2013?
I believe I want to say it was 2013 or
Why would he be having
Why
a
would he have,
rally in
yeah,
2013?
in 2013? That's crazy. That's a weird time to do that.
Why he was president.
Most people until
Normal
Trump
presidents
didn't
don't have rallies.
It was like a rally-like style gathering. I don't know what you want to call it. It could have been 2012.
Because you're lying.
No,
Yeah.
go YouTube it. Go YouTube it. Go YouTube it.
No.
And YouTube man screams, Obama, stop deportations. It happened.
That's not a raid.
That's not a raid. Like,
Oh my
we
God.
have already said that every president, Obama is known as the deporter in chief. We are well aware of it. But you want to know one of the big differences? Everybody that got deported got their due process.
What percentage got their due process?
All of them.
100%.
I don't know if it was 100%, but they were definitely not, there were not ICE raids, and they weren't like pulled in unmarked vans. It's done completely different. They also had an understanding that they did not go into schools and hospitals.
Not one time.
Give me a source of one time.
You allegedly have a source, and I'm waiting for you to provide that. I asked you what school. It's kind of weird that you know that it was done at a school, and you know it was 2013, but you don't know the name of the school.
Well, I'm sorry. It might have been 2012.
What state was it in? What state was it in?
I believe it was California. I could be wrong.
Wow. That's wild that the blue state of California allowed an ICE raid in a school.
Well, because it was done by a blue president.
Let's see.
Who was the governor of California in 2012?
I believe it was Jerry Brown. I said I believe it was Jerry Brown.
Hold on. Yep. And what is he?
I don't know what he is. He claims to be a liberal, but I don't know what's in his head. Absolutely wrecked the state of California, though, let me tell you.
So, what school?
I don't know the name of the school or the hospital. I just know that there was a raid on because they had intel that there were illegal immigrants being housed there.
At the school.
At the college, yeah.
Where students sometimes live.
Sometimes, correct.
So are they being housed, or are they living? Oh,
He ran.
spoiler alert. People live in colleges. You don't have to be a U.S. citizen to go to college.
He was making shit up.
Oh, yeah. And I don't know what we did to deserve this and end up on FYP. I don't like it.
I'm not a fan either.
I don't know. I don't know if I can last another
Like,
$100 job. I really don't.
and I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna tell you, ain't no effing way in all the fucks in all the land.
Oh, yes.
There's no goddamn way Obama could have let people in masks jump out of unmarked vans and kidnap people. There is no, y'all can't tell me he wouldn't have been called ghetto, acting like a thug, da 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 da. Come on.
Comparing
I
the
need,
U.S. to a third world country, they would say.
yeah, ain't no damn way. Y'all motherfuckers had a fit when he wore a tan suit. So there is
Brad,
no way.
was it yesterday or today that the guy said that uh that Obama was treated exactly the same?
I think that was yesterday.
That he wasn't under different standards?
Dude, Obama literally, they wanted his birth certificate. He was born in Hawaii and they wanted his birth certificate. You mean to tell me he could have allowed unmarked bounty hunters to grab immigrants off the street and could have messed up the food supply by messing with these immigrants, and y'all would have been okay with that? Bull fucking shit.
Did y'all see Meaty Boy Let Me Carry Him Like a Baby? Kind of.
You know what, Sammy? That is a valid point. That is a valid fucking point. Because I literally had to argue somebody down about that. Sammy said, many of them think you need a passport to go to Hawaii and Puerto Rico. I ended up arguing with somebody because they were like, yeah, I need my passport. I was like, for what? So I can go to Puerto Rico. I said, you don't need a passport. Yes, I do. No, you don't.
That's what makes me laugh when we were saying, like, when people are like, why is Bad Bunny not touring the US? He is. He'll be in Puerto Rico. You can go see him there. Wait, so nobody in the chat saw me carry Meaty Boy like a baby.
I did see you carrying him.
Okay. A big baby. Just ignore all the arm waving that he was doing, trying to get down.
Like, it's, y'all, as citizens of this country, ain't y'all embarrassed? Ain't y'all embarrassed? Are you not embarrassed?
Embarrassed.
Uh-oh. Let's see what this is. Oh, they're gone.
Did you see No Sir was in here?
I saw.
Gifting the aunt.
Of course. I don't miss him. No one wants to argue with your
Y'all
facts.
see how my hair, it starts off super curly and then it does this beautiful, my beach waver, linked below.
Shadow theory, that's a weird statement. I don't, if you're an op, you should come up and argue with facts, which is weird.
I don't know what to do with all my free time. No.
Yeah, I don't collect. Oh, okay. I don't collect ops.
Are you into my nails yet, Trisha?
They're cute.
Though. Thank you.
Okay, Shadow Theory. I appreciate that you agree with us. Please don't call us girls. Thank you.
I know, I love them too.
Top collecting is weird. Like, I won't do it now.
I
Oh
think
no,
it's
it's
fun.
fine.
I find it fun. I like exploiting them.
Oh, that's fair.
I like exploiting them for mod announcements. I like sprinkle. Like that time that I got Monopoly to send you guys 10K once.
Yeah, that's true. I seen him on Manda Rose's live last night, and I didn't even stop. I just kept going.
Sprinkle.
Even though I was tempted to go in there and be like, hey, cash at me some money. But that probably wasn't the best place to go do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Halfway may be it, darling.
Yeah, that might be it. And that's okay. Halfway is better than no way. All right. Oh my subscribers, any goons want to come up and chit chat for like, 5 minutes before we call it? You're welcome to come up.
Oh, and let me make sure I clarify. Y'all, I don't have no problem going into that live if I feel like watching MAGA debates. I just have not really felt in the mood to watch MAGA debates. I have no beef with any of the people that are there.
I do.
That's fair. Oh yeah, I seen that video, Sammy. It was like the millennials, they not gonna know what they gonna do when they gotta pay bills. Sir, I've been paying bills. Gwenny Ramirez, no one cares. If you want to come up here and talk, come talk. If not, shut up.
I don't think Latin people exist.
Mm,
You speak Latin, friend?
I do not.
Me either. Hold on. Let me change the background to something more appropriate.
Gwenny, you said we are the reason he did that. You're an idiot. Poor Mal. Because of your stupid ass rallies. You mean protest, you fucking nincompoop?
None of the subscribers want to come up. All right. Fine, Ren. You and I will just talk to each other.
Yeah, sure.
Don't sound
Protests
so
usually
excited.
don't involve looting. Shut up. Y'all be,
Took that as a
y'all be-
challenge. You sounded so sad.
You hold on.
Because everybody, friendlies always want to come up, and then when it's time for friendlies to come up, nobody wants to come up. I feel eepy.
Me too.
Me three.
The Happy Grass store. Apparently, Happy Grass store. Happy Grass is legal in Massachusetts. Apparently.
Yeah, I mean, it's legal here in Michigan.
It's legal here in Illinois.
It's not legal where I'm at.
I can get on their app, the local one, and have it delivered to my house in 15 minutes. It's like DoorDash.
That's crazy.
That's bananas.
But I
Yes,
can't do it.
this is a criminal, baby girl.
That has not been proven.
Guess we'll see.
Wait, you said your husband has never had a speeding ticket, never anything, but how is he a criminal? I mean, I don't know. Good luck for you.
Can we go back to the idea that the DNA is stuck in my brain from every person I've been with? Do I have multiple personalities now?
You might.
That was the weirdest conversation I think I've ever had on this app.
I mean, I was laughing at the beginning of it.
Like,
it was funny for a moment, and then it just started getting weirder and weirder.
Because I've heard a lot of men make that argument. I just don't understand how people are that dumb.
And he admitted that he doesn't know science, but he's still trying to like.
I want to know how oh shoot, I need to inform my husband that I'm gonna turn gay.
Oh yeah, I gotta tell my husband too.
And not the actual gay community.
That's true.
Oh, yeah, I'm turning apparently, and I will tell my husband and then let him know that he's also turning.
So when I turn, is it kind of like changing into a vampire?
That's how I imagine it to be.
I mean, is that the problem? Is I just haven't been bit?
Maybe that's the part that's missing.
I mean, he already said I'm turning, so maybe I was bit.
True.
Or maybe it's not. I don't know.
Maybe it's carried by mosquitoes.
Ponder on it. Oh, then in that case, then I'm definitely turning.
It's carried by what?
Wait,
Mosquitoes.
Adrian, my hair is already purple. Do I need it to be blue?
Well, he did say that was the first step.
Oh, I missed that part. Okay.
Oh, so it's something with your blue hair dye that contracts with all the man juice in your brain, and that makes you gay.
There's no juice. It's DNA. Let's be clear.
Oh, man DNA in your brain, and it just like it does the thing like Spider-Man when the spider bit him, and it turns you gay. Okay, that makes sense. That makes all the sense.
Do you know how much money it's going to cost me to get blue hair? Like, my hair is so dark. It took like a year and a half to get to this amount of purple because we had to work like to protect my hair from the bleaching because my hair is like jet black. So trying to get it to blue is going to, man, it's going to take
So maybe that'll be your introductory period.
You know what? Wait, Sammy just gave us the instant way to do it. If you stare at a rainbow too long, it's instant.
Well, it did just finish raining.
Yep. So just go outside and stare at the rainbow.
And the sun
we
is
could speed this up right now. We could speed this up right now.
Best advice. The other thing he said that made me laugh was when he was talking about Ren, when you guys were talking about baby Ren. And he was talking about when she was a baby. He's like, well, you're not with your baby 24/7.
Yeah.
When you're asleep, you don't know what that baby's doing.
She was in her crib. That's where she was.
Do you think that lesbians are visiting your sleeping infant at 3 a.m.?
Wait, they come in and be like, woo, lesbianism, woo.
That sounds like a good time. Ren, do you want to give a plug?
In about an hour and a half or so, I will be going live. I do not do debates as far as political or stuff like that. We only debate Reddit ridiculousness. Also,
Artichoke, are you going to go live? Because if you are, then you should skedaddle so we can send you a raid. I promise I won't show me deploy.
Also, we're doing 90s R&B tonight as the music between the stories. So send me, if you are in the Discord, post your favorite R&B song from the 90s, and I'll add it to the playlist.
Oh my God, I have to go through my whole playlist on Spotify. I have a whole 90s R&B.
Yep. And we won't get to them all, but we'll get to some of them. Okay, Sammy, send me your songs too, because Sammy is particular, and I want to make sure that I honor Sammy's particularness.
Thank you, DG. DG sent me 25 to stare at a rainbow. Well, the sun's already gone here, but I will try tomorrow. Although, can I make an artificial rainbow?
Like if you use a prism? I would think that would work.
It's still a rainbow.
I think that's pretty close to the source.
Still
looking for an op.
We're not looking. We're done talking to people.
Yeah,
like
I'm talking to goons, to subscribers.
Forever.
Just
I am done with people forever.
Like I'm done.
Look at this boy.
No, I wasn't gonna do early 2000s. Like I was really gonna stick in the 90s.
No, see, I think that's
early 2000s has Casey and JoJo.
There is something about like pre-1997 R&B.
Okay, but see, here's the thing. So, like, let's say 1998. If you go with 98, you can still get some artists that were in like early 2000s, right? Because Usher, that's when You Make Me Wanna came out.
Mm-hmm. True.
And then Jodeci, you can use Jodeci to get the Casey and JoJo fix.
Mm-hmm. True.
Oh yeah, I remember Usher in high school, and I graduated in '98.
Yep. I'm gonna tell you the only reason I'm 100% certain that that Usher was in the 98 because for my 8th grade graduation, I told my mama what I wanted to do. I wanted to go see Janet Jackson, the Velvet Rope tour. And she took me. We had good seats right on the side of the stage, and Usher was the opener.
Oof.
We had so much fun. And I went with my mom. Oh, maybe that's why I'm turning gay. Because I went with my mom and her 2 lesbian friends.
Oh, that friend.
That's where you caught it.
That's what it is.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
All My Life was released in 97.
Okay, stay in his
Fine. I won't request anything.
When I tell you the Velvet Rope tour was so much fun. We had so much fun with my mama friends. And she
Ooh,
used to
all
have me
for one, I
laughing.
swear.
Boys to Men.
Love you down.
I swear.
Love you down.
I remember going to see Boys to Men at a local outdoor concert place.
Oh, yep, Sammy. That's all the time I think of you.
Mm-hmm.
On to someone new.
Oh,
That's
Shay, if I
us.
ever fall in love,
Shy, the
Shy.
regular version or the acapella version?
The acapella version.
Always acapella version.
Always.
But Ren, I do have a request. Can we do 90s reggae another night?
Yes. I decided that with the 90s because I was talking to like my friend who I always discuss music with, and me and her were talking about it. I was like, I want to do 90s. I said, but I'm gonna have to change it by night, like with different things. I was like, because I was like, I could do a whole playlist of 90s ska music. And she was like, you could. I said, right. She said the 90s was heavy on the music, man. I said it was.
Wait, what's your opinion on like I don't know how to say it, like turning not reggae songs into reggae?
What do you mean? Like,
so I was in a cab once in San Francisco, and the driver had a whole CD of like soft rock songs that had been turned into reggae versions. So he made me listen to Reggae Careless Whisper.
I fuck with Pop Goes Punk. I fuck with that. You know?
All right, I'll find you. I'll post it in the Discord. I'll find a link to it.
Okay.
But he had a whole like thing of a bunch of songs that had been turned into reggae versions.
Y'all, my little goon turn was here today. Which, by the way, y'all, Daily Goals helped me have my little goon turn and give her first job. But she helped me so fucking much today. She helped me clean. She didn't get through all of them, but she got through like probably 50 panels, like those plastic panels for the kitten enclosures, disinfecting them, like cleaning both sides. Oh my God. She saved me so much time. She's amazing. And then she gets to like use her little monies on concerts and things like that. She thinks I'm so cool, but I think she's so cool. She's like a little like I was like her when I was her age. Little alternative girly pop. Except that she has a mom that allows her to do fun stuff with her hair.
Christina, what does that mean? What happened to Silent Live?
You don't have to be here.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand. Y'all hate watch people, and it's weird.
Yeah, it is super weird.
Like, if I don't want to hear somebody talk, I just keep scrolling. I don't even comment. I just go.
Yep.
I don't know did Artichoke ever comment? Are they gonna go live? Because I don't see them live. If not, then
I didn't see any comments. I've been watching.
Just keep scrolling, scrolling, scrolling.
Okay, then let's do a naughty raid.
All right.
Does anyone know off the top of their head Addie's actual username? Oh wait, are you gonna go or what's the deal? Oh, it's because Lena's Brett video is on FYP again. Oh, that makes sense.
You know what though? I'm glad it's going. I'm glad it's going though, because Brett announced it today. They secured a home, so they'll be moving in a couple weeks. So they need some more money. So
that's awesome.
Anything that's getting them attention is great.
Well, I hope that someday, whenever I could get my kitten nursery, we can do another big fundraiser for kid industry.
Yeah.
Although my life isn't in danger, but we like cats.
We love cats, and what you do is amazing, and we're gonna help you just as much.
We're gonna help you when we get there, but don't work it out. We
All
ain't
right,
gotta
y'all.
work it out.
I love y'all. I'm gonna skedaddle. Thank you guys for hanging out. Artichoke's gonna go live. But we can do an Audi raid in the meantime. In the meantime.